Welcome back, everybody. I had to put a moratorium on strategizing. Orba is on her way back here in just a second. Making sure that the audio is coming through correctly, which it should be at this point. Looks like it's working.
Hear me.
Audio, never a
You
shortage
know who
of
I
audio
am.
problem.
We're not nervous at all.
Can you see me? I live in the...
Hey!
Runs into
I
frame.
wanted to run like a Muppet.
Welcome back, everybody, to Tabletop Notch presents A Peek Beneath the Veil. We're going to be jumping into Chapter 10,
I say
Season 2 of A Peek Beneath the Veil. If you were here with us last time, we left off on a
How would you describe it?
Yeah.
a
One word.
cliffhanger.
Okay. Yeah.
A mid-battle,
I'd say
literal
cliffhanged.
A big battle happening
I don't
between
know.
our party and
The
the
cliff
Sunken
hanged us.
King, who's been following us for some time, Orba especially, sort of haunting her, as it were.
Yeah, cut it out. Knock it off.
But before we dive back in and figure out what brilliant strategy you guys have come up with as you've been using the countdown time,
How dare you?
it sounded good to me.
Oh yeah. That
We
was
have
great.
a rough...
You should have seen the look of
Such a
confidence on his
liar.
face.
I believe he laughed at one point.
But before we do that, as always, a little bit of housekeeping. Where are we starting this evening?
Let's just start with the juiciest of juices in our Patreon and our merch. I don't know why that's the best
Okay.
part, but
That's
right
juicy.
now it's juicy. Hot juice. Yes, we have a merch shop and a Patreon. If you want to go ahead and check those out, it's Command Merch and Command Patreon in the chat. The Patreon comes with, Matthew, if you want to display them, some homebrew stuff that we've kind of drafted up using the Homebrewery by Natural Crit to make look like Wizards of the Coast publications. So far, we've had two things. We've had Erlin's Sepsis abilities, as well as Bazaar's Draft Jacket. We are going to have one for this upcoming month of September. I'm not going to reveal what it is yet. It's going to be a big, juicy surprise. And if you do the highest tier on that, bringing it back to the merch, you get a discount code from the merch. And I think that's it for me.
A juicy discount.
A hot juicy discount.
I did so badly last time.
Hard to disagree.
Well, we have a few different things. We are also a podcast, so if you want to listen to us, or if you didn't catch this episode, we do re-air the episode in podcast form on Anchor and Spotify and Apple Podcasts every Tuesday morning, so you can catch us there. We also are on all of the social medias at Tabletop Notch, on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, TikTok, all the places, so you can check us out there. And we also do a re-air on YouTube. So please come watch us there as well, which is on Thursday.
Nope.
Friday. Jesus.
Oh, so close.
So close. Almost on Friday.
And if that's not enough for you,
Oh my goodness.
join
Wait, there's more.
There is more. There is a Discord.
Yes.
Where we have a bunch of people discussing what's going on in our episodes, in our previous season, posting really awesome fan art. There was some Whoosney
goodness.
fan
There
art
was
for the
a
first
great
time.
Music fan art. And did you
Yeah.
show the Kiimi renderings?
No, I forgot. We were so involved.
That's so great.
There's some straight up art, and then there was some renderings of
Yeah, I
Kiimi
think that's
as
one of
well.
those. Those are hot right now. It's like AI produced
Yeah,
art. Yeah,
yeah,
but they made a bunch of Kiimis.
But there was one actual, like,
Yes.
somebody drew Kiimi.
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen that. That one was amazing.
Anyway,
No, I
so
think the new one, not just that one.
Oh.
so we don't
Go.
go find it.
Yes. Check it.
But yeah, there should be a link in the chat right now, and join us there, please. There's also
Oh, how could I think about my podcast at a time like this?
I was, when you looked at her, I was like, did you give her something she had to say? But
No.
your own thing.
Oh, yeah.
I have a podcast. It's about Percy Jackson. It's called Seaweed Brain. You can listen to it anywhere. That's the whole show.
Anywhere.
And on our YouTube videos featuring Erica, there's a link to the link tree for that as well, if you're trying to find it.
Thanks.
Casting it
Got
straight
you.
into your
Want to
brain.
discuss
The least we
the
could
Riordan verse? Do they call it that?
That is exactly what it's called.
Got 'em.
Ooh.
Good job.
They call it for everything.
Is it? Is that how you pronounce it?
Riordan?
It's a big it's a really big debate.
Or is
We
it
do not have Riordan or Riordan.
How does he say it?
He says Riordan, but he admitted at one point that like the real like way to pronounce it would be Riordan, but he's American, so he doesn't say it that way. This is not interesting. You know.
I
Whatever
want
we
to know.
can do to postpone whatever's about to happen.
Well, it's like
Let's
so
talk
I've
about
met
it for the
Owen
next-
Colfer, who told me he got tired of correcting people when because it's O-I-N,
Yeah.
right?
Owen.
Yes, but it's Owen, but Americans, they look at it and they're like, I don't know,
It's
fucking say
Owen?
it. But, yeah, just Owen.
O-W-E-N Owen.
Yes.
Or pronounced
but,
that way.
yes.
How do you spell
No,
it?
I didn't know that.
E-O-I-N, I think?
Yeah, that's
Oh, of course.
And,
Owen.
and
Yes.
One
Delightful man.
Starbucks writes on
Delightful.
He's delightful.
No matter how you
All right, everybody. Oh, no, what am I talking about?
What are you talking
Do the
about?
thing.
All right, I'm gonna do the thing. Chimique Perot resubscribed. Welcome back, House France. I love you. Brigadier General 501 resubscribed. Jackrabbit Power gifted a sub. Tangerine Stream 50 bits. Mr. KK Bear resubscribed for 2 months. Retro Troglodyte Man resubscribed. Retro Troglodyte Man with 100 bits. Zaland with 100 bits. Chimique Perot 1500 bits. Wow, thank you. Jackrabbit Power with 1500 bits also. GF Powers 4 with 200 bits, and then Detective Wyvern subscribed. Your new name.
Detective.
Something very fancy.
like blowing smoke out of
Comical.
his big nostrils and his.
Macockatrice. But thank you to everyone supporting us.
Thank you very much, everybody. It is deeply appreciated.
All right.
Keep us alive.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah, by
excellent
sheer force of
morale
will.
boosting bits as we turn it over to the intro, and when we come back, we will dive in.
As we
to
watch
chapter
this
10
TPK.
of
Why?
the Veil. Here we go.
What if we stop?
Yeah, what if I just said no?
In Season 2, Chapter 9, Clouded Judgment. Our plan to establish ourselves among the various mining claims was put on hold when we were forced to acknowledge the unfortunate reality that we might be traveling without Erland, potentially for the rest of the day, if not longer. Desperate to peruse the potentially damning information Ortiz possessed about Atonement's end, Erland had left us short-handed, which is why we were doubly thankful to spot a familiar, reasonably friendly face arriving at the campsite right as we were weighing our options. After cleaning up the crypts in Bezafir had failed to excise the invading voice in her head, Ki'imi adopted a new plan of action that had brought her back to the top shelf, and her intentions lined up nicely with our own, even if they were for entirely different reasons. On her way back to Dillasoon, Ki'imi was forced into combat with some undead spirits, and after striking them down, found that the voice, henceforth known as Mr. Curse, disappeared, though only briefly. It was her estimation that this was no coincidence, and that perhaps eliminating a greater undead threat would silence the voice for good, so she'd followed a trail of desecrated ground toward Myriad Meadow, where the rest of us had an idea about what she'd find. We did our best to advocate for Marithil Pastina in the limited time we had remaining, challenging the locals to an axe-beak rodeo and planting a few rumors about the lack of valuable resources in the claim. The results were mixed, but we left on a relative high note, and though there was no shortage of anxiety about taking a fight without our fourth regular party member, Further delays only promised to bring more vampiric mist, so we vowed to finally bring this undead nightmare to an end. With Kiimi borrowing a horse, we headed north, but soon deviated from the road as a trail of bone, ash, and gore traced a more direct route to the meadow. This desecrated path was disturbing not only to our senses, but to Graven's god, who made one of his increasingly rare appearances to ask that his cleric purge the ground with radiant light. It wasn't meant to be, however, for Orba was discovering that those deeply in tune with the dead could draw power from such a place, and now was not the time to spurn protections in favor of propriety. Bolstered by what the spirits had to offer, we ventured forth and reached our destination just in time for the skies to open up. Pouring rain and raging winds culminated around a black cloud that stretched all the way down from sky to earth, an ominous monument to the forthcoming battle. With one last look to each other to steel our resolve, we stepped through the fog and found ourselves in a sectioned-off field where the terrain was hard and black as coal. The skeletal figure with the barnacle-laden bones stepped forth to formally introduce the duel, and as Orba accepted, the ground beneath our feet began to rise, creating dozens of uneven columns surrounding a platform for the two of them to face off, a proving ground for the young Reaper. Waves of skeletons and shadows were summoned to keep the rest of us at bay, but while Kiimi was more than holding her own, shattering bones with crossbow bolts, we struggled to land any meaningful strikes on the Sunken King himself. We weren't yet in poor health, but we wondered if it would be death by 1,000 cuts if we couldn't devise a strategy to deal out some punishment instead of just managing the minions. As the storm continued to rage and we put our backs against the pillars to avoid torrents of air knocking us from our posts, we dug in for what was sure to be a long fight, and we asked ourselves, how much firepower could we concentrate on the Sunken King without allowing his summoned allies to overwhelm us? What did this creature know of Orba's past that perhaps she herself was not even aware of? And with no hesitation whatsoever in making fun of that guy's sick brother, were Kiimi and the voice in her head secretly a perfect match? We find out now on Season 2, Chapter 2 of A Peek Beneath the Veil.
That was a sneak attack.
Deal triple damage.
It did.
All right.
Oh my
Here we go. Here we go.
A ferocious crack of thunder coincides with a heavy plated armor stomping of a skeletal boot. Splintered fractures spiderwebbing out from beneath his foot, made highly visible by the pooling water of the storm seeping into the tiny crevices. After failing to infiltrate your thoughts with horrifying and frightful imagery, the creature tilts its head with a kind of irritated curiosity, perhaps sensing the unnatural protections that have reinforced your mind.
Yeah.
He looks around to where your allies are clinging to slick rocks, jockeying for a better line of sight, and doing their best to hold the attention of the summoned reinforcements, emboldened by what feels to him like the tides turning in his favor. He reaches confidently out into the distance and manipulates the winds once more to send a rush of air toward the Goliath that has once again ascended to one of the highest peaks. So we were in the middle of the Sunken King's turn. The only thing he had not done yet was use a bonus action, which he's going to use now to send a torrent of air. I need you to make a strength saving throw for me. Which
I hate
still
that bonus action.
Have minus
It
Yes,
really
you have
hurt when I fell.
19.
19. As the air
17.
No.
Why? Sorry,
goes out.
It looked like an 18, but it's a 16.
Graven perched just behind that little lip there, the obsidian top of that pillar. Graven ducks down just to feel the kind of air rush over his head, the sort of bald head, the water sort of getting pushed off of your scalp so that when you come up, it's like almost dry on the top of your head, and then the rain once again pelts the top of your dome. We're going to go now to
Safira.
Safira's turn.
Yeah, as an update, as a
Okay.
reminder on the order, it was at the top: Kiimi, Orba, Graven, Sunken King, Safira, Skeleton.
And then, yeah, Safira and then summons are all at the
Summons.
bottom.
Okay, I am going to try to bite this skeleton that's right next to me. I don't
Okay.
think I have to move to do that.
You
do
don't.
I?
You can
Okay.
reach up and
All right,
it's
I'm
not
gonna-
that.
Tootsies.
Oh.
Oh, that is a natural 20.
Roll it.
Come on. Here we go. Here we
Is
go.
This guy's damaged, right?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Because that means I get Colossus as well.
Yep.
Give it.
Okay. 7, and then...
2.
Oh, right, times... Okay, so
14.
14.
I gotcha.
And then that I can do. Plus 2, so 16 total damage.
Double that as well.
Oh, wait, do I double
Colossus Slayer as well. Yep.
Okay,
Any dice
so-
to roll or double.
Oh, no. Oh, 18.
With
That
one,
I couldn't do. No.
you reach up and grab that femur bone at the bottom, and he tries to pull it away, and it just tears from
Yes!
his
Yes!
and you rattle the bone against his other leg, and he just
Okay.
Gross.
disintegrates.
Good dog.
I don't think I want to move anywhere. Do I have a sense of if Kaimi could get into this same space that I'm in, or am I too big as a wolf?
You can't share a space.
We can't share a space? Okay.
She can get through you. She can move through your space, but she can't end a turn on your space.
Okay.
Or make an attack from your space.
All right. I am going to go ahead and drop Animus, I think.
Okay, great. After a ferocious bite, you toss the sort of bone to the side, goes off into the distance, and then dropping the animus form.
This may have been done, but we'll see.
Welcome back.
I have 12 HP.
Safira returns to her natural form. And you were sort of, because you were in wolf form, like lower to the ground, and now standing up
Can
a
I
little
take a
higher,
second
you
to
get
duck
sort of
down
sense
and
of
hide
bottom.
as well, or no? I guess I can't. do that now.
You're too much within vision to hide. You could duck down to take.
I would like to take cover.
You could
if I
take
can.
cover from like a couple creatures.
Yes,
yeah.
I would
yeah,
like to
sure.
do that.
You sort of crouch down there near the pillar. Yes, you may.
All right, it's the ads.
Okay. So we've got, 2 alive here at the moment. All right, the first one's easy. The skeletal archer is going to take aim at the closest creature, which is Graven here. So draws a sort of crooked arrow from his quiver. Yeah, he's going to do 2 attacks. He has multi-attack. One's a 9, but the other one's a 19.
Okay. That hits.
Okay. Does 5 piercing damage.
It is halved because of my
we go.
prognosticator's
There
hole.
we go,
Arrow,
come
and
on.
that shield kind of pulses, ricochets off. It gets a little scratch, but you take some of the damage.
I take how much instead?
Rounded
2?
down, so 2. Yep.
Oh my god, what did I just erase?
No!
Are you serious?
Uh-oh. You don't know how much HP you had?
What just happened?
I don't know!
Did Graven just break?
You have no idea how much health you had? What's your max health?
It's 40. It was I think it was
You were-
34. I think I took 6 from a fall or something like that.
You definitely took some damage.
Didn't you have a spirit pass through you at one point?
We're gonna say you were at 30.
Oh.
You definitely took some damage from a fall. I mean, I don't remember exactly. And you definitely took some damage from the ghost, so we're gonna say 30.
Anthony.
He broke the system. If I have no HP.
This is actually the trick.
I'm gonna roll for my hull here.
Yes.
See what I can get. That is a 7. Hit me with some acid damage next time, will you?
Oh, God!
My butt. All right.
He's been throwing out some poison.
True. Okay,
Yeah, I bet
that
there's
is the skeleton. So, and the shadow, seeing sort of transformation just below, is gonna swoop down here to Safira. It's gonna
thanks.
pass through you and then
Thanks.
come to here.
Sure.
And as it passes through,
Yeah, I figure that's gonna hurt, isn't it?
it is going to make a attack.
Can I ask it not to politely?
17 to hit.
17 is ow.
Okay. You take 5 necrotic damage.
Ow.
And your strength is reduced by 2
Okay.
until the end of
Use your
a
temp HP first.
short or long rest.
I can't. Oh, I can. I can.
Yeah. So if
How
you
much
make,
damage did you just tell me to
Uh,
do?
You have
5
10
necrotic,
regular now.
Okay.
and then your strength is reduced by 2.
All
So
right.
any strength check you make is now reduced by 2. So just make a note.
Okay, great.
Is that when does that go away?
Wait,
Short or
not
long
saving
rest.
throw, just any check.
Any strength involving check, including saving
Is
throws.
-2. Okay,
Yep.
so this. Okay.
Literally anything that uses your strength score is -2.
Okay.
Are you gonna fight me on that?
No,
30?
I'm gonna ask you. Did we say that I went to 30 or that I had 30 when I erased?
That's what I was saying. Is you had 30 when you erased.
Okay.
Oh, toots.
Okay.
Fools me.
Whatever HP makes up the difference, Kuzni was like, no.
I just took my own HP.
Okay.
number what?
The shadow is gonna stay there. That is
Like
the
a
summon's turn. Kiimi, you're up.
Okay.
Go without the birds.
Can I go over here, please?
Yes. What do you?
That
Very nice.
guy.
Do you want me to move?
So politely.
Wee.
Oh, wee. That arm.
Come on.
Okay.
Give me an athletics check.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, she snuck.
Oh no.
No, 7.
7. As you
No,
go
no,
for
no,
that,
no,
the
no,
slick
no,
rock
no.
just your hand slide. I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, so that's plus this.
How far up is she?
18.
18.
Nice.
So you stop yourself from falling.
There's a ledge
Good.
there.
That's
That's
back
where
to where
she
she
was.
was.
Yeah, you basically wind back up where you jump and you slip and you just reach a foot out and then you get yourself perched back. That took, we'll say that took half your movement.
So I could try again.
You could try again,
Because there's
yes.
nothing I can hit from here.
Not from there, no.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna try again.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
3.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
10.
10.
Oh no.
You slip all the way to the bottom there. As your fingers just can't get a grip on the obsidian.
Okay,
That fresh
Amy's
coat
over
of
it.
paint on your hands. I put on you.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I guess I'll stay here.
You can take, so you have cunning action. You could take a bonus action dash to attempt another time to climb up there.
Yeah, why not?
Give me an athletics check.
Like that attitude.
Okay. Come on, come on, come on.
Come on.
8.
8.
It's okay.
This is
Oh,
horrendous.
No saving throw, because
Oh.
now you're not coming
Okay,
down
well-
the platform.
you want
Oh my
You want
God!
a new die? I mean,
I
there's
wasn't
multiple
kidding.
here. Yeah. Don't use my die. Use one of Jordan's dice.
Okay.
Was that half again of the dash, or she could try again?
No, that's everything.
And that was my
Alright.
bonus action, right?
That was your
okay.
bonus
Well,
action as well.
no.
So Graven hears behind him like just a constant like scampering against the rock, unable to find purchase in the footholds.
Down there
You're
like
super safe,
Yeah, you're so safe.
All right,
I'm doing
Orba.
fine down
Okay.
here.
Orba's gonna. Oh, she doesn't have her scythe. I don't know why I was trying to hold it. Orba's gonna close her eyes and think, and try to like draw some fucking memories in the back of her brain. And the first thing that pops into her head is when her dad gifted her her first book, and she's gonna open her eyes with that memory, and she's gonna cast Mind Sliver on Sunken King.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence.
Yes, sir.
Not intelligent.
11.
Fails. Okay, so he takes 2d6. See that?
you.
See there? 6.
Die for real. This
Double
time.
6. Fuck yes.
Yes.
12 psychic damage.
Yep, 12 psychic damage.
So he will, for his next saving throw, have minus 1d4 from the save, and then
Any saving throw?
from the next saving throw it
Okay,
makes
great.
before the end of my
Any.
next turn. And then
How
Orba's
does that
gonna,
feel?
as she like felt his mind crack a little bit, she's gonna open her eyes, and then over her shoulder she's gonna shout, Graven, strike your bell!
Ding its dong.
I didn't want to say ding your dong, but you know.
Ding the ding.
Ding his dong. And that's my turn.
Okay, no movement, staying there.
Yeah.
Graven. Hear the Reaper.
Toll the Dead,
Well done.
which is a
Wisdom save, and I subtract d4 from
Yes,
it.
you want me to roll that now?
Does it? What's the wording on that? I don't know.
The wording
I don't know if it
is,
matters, but
and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw.
sounds like you subtract, so you get to roll it.
Okay.
That's what I was just checking.
Alright, here we go.
14,
Minus 4, baby!
10 fails.
Oh. Oh my god. Come on.
13 necrotic
13
damage.
necrotic
There we
damage.
go. There we go.
The mind sliver goes in, and then the bell, it's sort of back and forth. His head kind of goes, his body kind of stays in one place, and his head is just getting moved from spot to
Oh,
spot.
you donged that thing.
Submit to her.
Oh.
Anything else?
I will go
I'm
prone
here
this time.
Okay.
Stay where I am.
Bonk.
Let's see. Oh, please.
Snooze. Raven, this is no time for a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah, now.
Tie-tie.
I don't know.
Raven tie-tie.
And now.
That's it for.
Okay. After taking a couple good smacks, the Sunken King looks at Orba, and this time he's going to go in for an attack. And some of the other attacks that he's given to you, you've noticed that he almost kind of turns his head. He's used this claw one time, and he kind of swiped while turning his head. Another time he brought over a blade, and he kind of covered his face a little bit. This time he takes both hands.
Oh, shit.
And he looks, you see the sword begin to like pulse with kind of a purple. He looks like he's going in for a particularly sort of brutal attack. But in doing so, you get a clear look at his face. And you look into his eyes, you see those sort of pearl opalescent eyes that sort of shift and change color. Give me an Arcana check.
Okay, what's my Arcana at this present moment?
I don't know. It's a good guess.
It's a 4 for an 8.
For an 8. So, you realize in this moment, as you're watching his eyes begin to change color, that every time he makes an attack, his eyes kind of flicker. Reds, greens, yellows, blacks, blues. And you realize that maybe you might, if you discern the right sort of combination of colors, you might be able to anticipate. He's like telegraphing his attacks almost.
Oh, shit.
You might be able to sort of evade his attacks based on ability to discern.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, Jesus, I hate cards, Matt.
So many.
Here's a bunch of colors.
There's so
You're not
many.
necessarily going to use all these colors.
Oh my god.
There's so many colors.
Hands her a whole deck of cards.
Is there a reverse card? Or maybe a draw 4?
No, reverse.
Yeah. Is there a wild card that could just work for any of
Can
the
you
colors?
see this clearly from where you are?
Yeah.
Okay. This is his sort of
Shut
colorful
up, Matthew.
opalescent eyes.
Okay.
Can I see that on the... it's going to be hard because of the light.
Can you put it on Battlemap?
You need to be able to see it.
Okay.
So I can show it later.
Okay.
So his eyes kind of shift and change colors. And you think that if you are able to correctly discern the color sequence,
Okay.
you might be able to evade the attack entirely.
Oh.
A color sequence.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're not necessarily gonna use all of those.
Right.
But his eyes are gonna flicker here, and you're gonna try and determine the sequence
Okay.
of colors.
So I have a blue, a gold, a red, a green, and a black.
And you have 2 of each. There's never more than 2 of the same color.
Okay.
What?
All right, you ready?
The video.
So he starts to bring up that 2-handed sword.
Fuck you,
Are you
dude!
kidding?
I was like, that was it. I just get it once, huh?
We can't see.
Yep.
Okay.
With a better Arcana check, maybe less colors to discern.
Oh.
But with a failed Arcana check.
Okay. This is the 2-hander. Okay.
What's your color sequence?
Dude, there was like 12 of them. I don't have it.
Yes.
All right. Yep. I know. All right. Chat's gonna hate me. Okay. Red,
It's difficult.
green, black, blue. You son of a
Orba's
bitch.
standing there like,
That's a 22 to hit.
Oh.
Based on how he's winding this attack up, I
Yep.
can assume that this is gonna be a wallop,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty heavy 2-handed strike.
Did it not seem like with this motion that it was gonna hurt?
And it was what to hit?
22 to hit.
I can't even cast it. That hits.
Okay.
Shield would have been a tie.
Gonna be okay. Oh.
We'll see.
See
what kind of
wasn't
damage
great
it is.
roll. 13
Oh my god.
slashing damage.
Are you at 2 HP right now?
Hold on. Let me do
No,
math.
she's got a bunch of temp HP, I think.
It's not anymore.
Has diminished.
It's gone. 13, so 10. I'm at 2 HP.
Oh, okay, so I was correct.
With one mighty strike,
Okay.
sort of cleaves at Orba.
That
She
was
takes a
bad
blow.
roll.
Yeah.
And
that was
okay,
a bad
that's
roll.
his. And then he's gonna reach up again
That's a good roll.
and summon another creature.
I feel you a good roll for that.
It is a not.
You can't get healed, can
It's
you?
corporeal. It's good.
Yes, I can.
It is a physical creature. It's an archer. The green ones are ranged creatures.
Oh, good. That's helpful.
And is anyone? Yeah, he's gonna Give me a strength saving throw.
I was docked.
Yes.
No!
You have +2 to this save, which is going to
Which
negate
negates
the strength.
my
yeah.
strength. Okay.
Well,
Because
she only
she's
had
behind.
-1, didn't she?
No, she had -2.
Fuck off. Okay. So that's a 7.
You should give me a dexterity saving throw.
Come on, girl.
Oh my god, that's a 10. How far did I just fall?
Like
I might be down.
This is bad.
420.
6 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, okay, I'm still up.
Oh, good.
I'm surprised. No big deal.
Well,
Safira hits the ground, picks herself up, puts a hand on the kind of obsidian pillar, looks back
Okay, that sucked.
up. Okay, it's your turn, Safira.
It's my turn? Okay,
is.
great. I'm going to go ahead, and since I have 2, now I can take a healing potion and still shoot at him, presumably.
Those are both actions.
Since I get to shoot at him twice, I don't.
No, because it's the multi-attack
Right.
action.
Yeah,
you can
that's what I
attack
thought.
twice, or you can do one.
Okay, I am going to then go ahead and take my healing potion. And what is the regular healing potion
2d4
again?
plus
2d4. This is d6. That would be so much better. Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Force. That's 10.
Yeah, that's
Great.
10. Great.
Look up at the top.
that's huge.
Okay, so
Lost
I
design.
want to try to get myself back up to a position where I can still have some cover if I can. Can I kind of go back
Okay.
to where I was? If
Yeah,
I were to
so right
stand up
now
where I
you're-
was, is that incorporeal thing kind of... Am I going to within range of that? If I go up? Fuck.
Yes, you can climb. You not back to. I don't think you have movement. You can get like up there behind the pillar. Did you see that?
Okay.
Here.
I can't see where that is. That's strategic.
It's not great. I mean,
you wouldn't be. You don't have
great.
enough movement to get back to where you were this turn.
you're not gonna be able to fire this turn anyway.
No, I know. I'm just trying to get into a position that's... So in...
You're hidden from him if you get over there. Maybe not
You
from
can
these.
see.
Well, that's what I'm actually more worried about these guys. Can I go back? Can I retreat further since now I'm me? Can I try to go back to where Kiimi is? Would I still reasonably be able to get a shot at the king guy from there?
You don't have enough movement to get up there. But you
No,
can
I know.
start
I'm just
climbing.
saying, could I shoot at him from where I am? Or would that be a
From where you are,
disadvantage?
where?
Like down...
No, not from down there.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to get up a little bit.
All right. That's all I can
You
do.
can move a little further. You can get like.
Okay. All right.
You want to give me a athletics check?
Yes. I mean, no, but I will.
There we go.
I mean, 14.
Great, reinvigorated by the healing potion.
Okay.
Pull yourself up. All right.
And I still want to try to crouch down and get under
Okay.
cover when I'm there.
Yeah. That archer at the top has a pretty clear view
Yeah,
of you, but
yes, because
all right. This is the summons. The only person that this creature can see right now is Orba. So failing to identify another target is going to take 2 shots at Orba here. 16 to hit,
Misses.
and 14 to
Misses.
please, you don't have any heals, dude.
2 arrows go flying by. The skeleton at the top. Safira was there second. It's going to look down, and Kiimi's down there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it saw her before Safira came in, so it's going to take 2 shots at Kiimi here. 9 to hit. What is your armor class?
15.
15, so that's a miss, and then that's a natural 20, so that is going
Oh,
to hit.
okay.
10 piercing damage.
Ow.
So you take the 10 piercing damage.
Okay.
You can, because you didn't use a reaction, you can use Uncanny Dodge if you want.
That just halves the
Yes,
damage,
halves
right?
the damage.
Okay.
What's that?
Yes,
That's
please.
dope.
If a attacker that you can see, which you can, hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the damage against you. So it does use up your
we
reaction,
go.
but you can have the damage.
Yeah.
Great. So
Yeah.
you take 5 piercing damage.
Okay, where do I subtract that from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
total there.
Right.
Okay, and then the ghost there, the shadow, can see Graven lying down there on the upper side. I don't know if we can. How much movement does this thing have?
Like 5 feet.
40 feet. Okay, it's gonna get to you. It's gonna reach down with a sort of spectral claw.
Now, because I'm prone, does he get advantage?
Yep. This is a melee attack.
I will warding flare to give it a straight
Just a
roll.
straight roll. Okay. 13 to hit.
There we
Misses.
go.
That misses. Great. So it kind of reaches down. A blast of light comes up, reels back, and it's gonna stay there at the top. And that brings us to Kimi.
Okay. How do I use this? Yeah. I guess I want to. I can't hit this guy from where I am, can I?
The skeleton at the top.
Yeah.
You can hit him.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I'm
can.
gonna
Oh, yeah.
try.
Great.
Use my plus
Roll.
There we
13.
go.
Okay, 20.
That
There
hits.
we
Roll for damage.
go. Oh,
Okay, and that's the three
seven.
of the. No, one of these.
No sneak attack on this one.
9.
9, great. And that's 9 piercing damage, I'm assuming it was the crossbow bolt.
Yes, piercing.
Great, piercing damage. Great. The bolt kind of goes up through the skull.
Come
Takes a
on.
couple steps back. That's the first time that one's been cursed, because that one just got summoned. Anything else?
Can I hide?
You
or-
can. You can try and put your back sort of up against the...
Should I try to move? No. I'll just hide.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Perception's pretty dog shit.
It's very 27.
Great. You put your back up against, and you can see the creature kind of lean over. Isn't able to see you there. Okay. Orba.
Okay. Orba's going to take out her potion of distilled Goliath,
Okay.
and as an action, drink it.
Great.
So
Sort of has that sort of odd kind of ginger, earthy smell.
3. It's a 1, 4 plus 4. I get 8 temp HP.
Great. 8 temp HP.
Okay, so I'm at 10 now total. You are gone. Besides his just general attacks, does he do the eyeball thing when he's like summoning and stuff as well, or is it just like
It
those?
seems like when he attacks,
When
not
he
when he's
attacks.
summoned. Yeah.
Okay.
And again, unless he's doing sort of a bigger attack, he tries to obscure his face so you can't see it coming. He does
Right.
that. The only time you get a really good clear look at his face is when he goes in for the sort of big attack.
Okay.
What are we doing,
I'm just
Orba?
gonna stay,
Okay.
and that's my turn.
All right, Graven.
Action and bonus action can't both be leveled spells.
Yes.
What about Channel Divinity and a bonus action leveled spell?
Channel Divinity's
That
not
I
a
can
spell.
do?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Well, for now, Toll the Dead again from where I am
Graven peeks out from behind the pillar.
on him.
He doesn't have the reduction in his save.
True.
Wisdom save.
Yep.
6.
Fails.
Let's go.
14 necrotic damage.
Dead?
Orba, come on. That's. Wait. If I were to jump down to there,
Yep.
could I? Is that? Can he still hit me with wind?
He'd be able to see you there.
He'd be able to see me there. Could I crouch down over there? Would I have a similar?
like with your back up against. kind
Yeah.
of. I could let you attempt that. It would be an attempt to hide, but not a real hide,
Right.
but attempt to hide from him.
I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay.
Stay where I
Still
am.
prone.
Yeah.
Staying on the ground.
Yep.
Okay.
To not get blown off. Yep.
All right. The Sunken King, is he replacing anybody? He is not. Which means he's going to be making a couple attacks here. He's
Got my
going-
fucking colors ready.
and he doesn't have any wind to attack. Doesn't have anyone to topple from the pillars.
So it's all on me.
Yes. So he's going to take first. He's going to do one rotting claw attack.
This is the one that also did acid damage, right? Or
This
not
is the one
acid,
that
poison.
did-
Wish
It poisoned you.
anything did acid.
But it was also, I think, necrotic.
It was slashing damage.
Slashing. Okay, got it.
Okay. 16 to hit.
Misses.
Orba ducks down, and he's going to take another overhand, and this one's going to be Deathly Touch. This is the one that does necrotic
Okay.
damage. 19 to hit.
That hits.
Yep.
Are you down?
No.
I mean,
6 necrotic damage.
Half.
7 necrotic damage. Still 3 if it's
3.
halved. Yep. And I need you to.
Hold on 1 second. Wait, let me do something in my brain. 3, 5. Okay. Yes.
This is the one where it had a potential to frighten you, but you're immune to the frighten condition. So once again, he
Great.
takes the sort of Deathly Touch swipe at you.
As he does that, Orba feels an electric charge on her belt, and she decides to just let loose and uses her voltaic sash.
Go ahead and read that for us.
Okay,
It's the first
so-
time we've used
Yeah.
it.
I think it is.
definitely.
In response to being damaged by a creature within 60 feet that you can see, use a reaction to surround that creature with sparks. The creature makes a dex saving throw, taking 2d10 lightning on a failed or half as much on a success.
Dexterity. $13.
yes.
Oh,
Okay.
How much?
come on.
again?
2d10.
Come on. Light him on. Just light him on fire if you could. Honestly, that would be great. Just
5
that doesn't seem like fire.
and a fucking 1. 6.
6. Okay. Little sparks are discharged from the sash. They go up, and you can hear his bones kind of cracking from the force of the electricity. A little bit of shock sent through his bones.
Peering through the rain. How does he look?
Give me a perception check.
17.
17.
17.
You get a look at him as he's kind of writhing from the electricity coursing through him, and that helmet that he's wearing is sort of dented in a couple spots. It's sort of almost like concave, like it's moving in on his skull a little bit, like he's starting to sort of crumble. He looks capable but damaged. I mean, he's doesn't seem like he's one step away from dropping. Okay.
And you had 1 more, I think.
No, he did 2 attacks there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, did 2 attacks, and he can't gust anybody, can't summon anybody, so that's it.
Oh, I thought he was gonna get 3 attacks.
No, he gets 1 attack
And
or
a
2
bonus.
if there's no one to summon, and then a bonus action.
Okay.
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 Turn of the tide. The turn of the tide.
Safira, you're up.
Okay, I am going. Can I get a shot at him from where I am, or is it disadvantaged?
The green one?
No.
You need to get up higher.
I need to get up higher? Okay, then.
You're talking about the king.
I was talking about the king.
yeah.
So then I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna take. Why? Okay, I'm gonna take a shot at this guy.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
2 attacks. 13 to hit.
On the skeleton
Yeah.
archer, that hits.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh.
He's new. I don't think he's been touched yet, right?
Kaimi
No,
just shot him.
Kaimi just
Oh,
shot him.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
How you doing?
Okay.
girl?
Stress.
And then.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 11, and then he also gets. That's 19 total
19.
damage.
The arrow goes up through his pelvis and then up through his skull, shattering ribs along the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shattering ribs.
All right, so I get another shot. So I want. Oh no, Yes,
Yes.
I do. I just rolled really well. That doesn't usually happen.
I get another shot.
I can't get to. Where would I have to be? Do I have enough movement to move to where I could get to
Yes,
the
it
king?
would take athletics checks to get there.
Right.
Yep.
I want to try to get to a place where I can get him.
Got this.
Come on.
Give me an athletics check.
15.
15.
Okay. All right.
And as you land on that last one, you almost slide a little too far forward. You stop yourself. You have a pretty direct line there.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take out now an arrow of death marking.
Okay, read that one for us. Another new
This
thing.
is if an arrow of death marking deals damage to an undead creature, the next attack roll made against that creature before the end of your next turn has advantage. And I am going to use one of my spell slots to also cast Zephyr Strike, so I can give myself advantage on this
Awesome.
attack because I don't have faith that I can hit him. I'll be honest with you guys.
As Safira's climbing and jumping, she's like whispering spells, incantations, taking out the arrow.
And also, you motherfucker. Okay. 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Nice. Okay. Here we go. All right.
Is it the same damage?
It's the same damage. I don't do any more damage. It's just the 1d8. Fuck. Okay, 6, and then I get the Colossus because he's damaged. 11 total damage.
11, excellent.
Good job, good job. Okay.
And the next creature to attack is out. His next attack roll has advantage.
The next person who attacks gets advantage.
Great. Hops up onto that one. The arrow of death marking goes out, and it pierces like through the plate armor, and it pulls the sort of. He tries to pull it out, but it just breaks at the sort of shaft there, and there's a little piece of wood sticking out. And he drops it to the side.
Okay.
Keep punishing him, everyone.
Okay, this is the summons time. That one's going to take an attack on Graven there. It's with advantage, prone. 20 to hit, dirty 20.
That'll hit.
Okay.
Acid damage, right?
Nope. It is necrotic damage. 7 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And your strength score is reduced by a further 2.
Holy fuck.
So your strength score is now -3.
Jeez.
As it reaches out, you feel that cold, sort of drifting energy through your thigh as
These are
it
a
reaches
nightmare.
down.
So I went down another 2 on the full
Yes,
score.
in addition to
Got it.
great, that sort of withering, malignant feeling in your thigh. And then the other archer, after watching Safira take a shot as its precious sunken king, is going to take 2 shots at Safira here from its perch.
Cool.
That one sucks. That's a 9 to hit.
Miss.
And then a 16 to hit.
Ow.
Okay.
Why?
It's okay, it's just an archer, right?
Yeah, it's just an archer. We're not
6
dangerous
piercing
at all.
damage.
Okay.
Okay, that is the summons, which takes us back to Kimi.
Where do I have to go to hit the green guy? Like,
This one here.
yeah, like, is there anywhere I can easily get to?
You really need to get like up here into the sort of platform in the middle, or I don't think you can get there in one turn, but like all the way around to the other side.
I'm so trapped.
You really need to climb or walk.
Yeah.
In my laying down state, can I see her down there?
What?
Can I see her down there if I'm laying down there?
Who, Kimi or
Yeah,
Safira?
if she's looking
Yeah, you
around
can
as
see
to
up
where to
there.
go.
Yeah.
Go for the king!
I mean,
I guess, okay, so if I get to this one right here, I can hit the king, right? With like,
That would be he would have
Advantage on
partial
next
cover
attack.
from. Yeah, you would have partial cover, but you would have advantage on the attack.
okay, should I do my missile or should
First of all, give me if you're doing that, give me an athletics check to get up.
Oh,
there.
right, okay.
To where she is right now.
Yeah.
Missile, right? Missile?
Yeah. What is that?
was
That's
it?
6, right? Wait, what is this? Athletics?
Yep.
Oh,
And then
it's a
you get
5.
the advantage.
5. Yeah, I can let you take a bonus
Sorry.
action dash to try and get up there again.
Okay.
Give me another athletics
Can't
check.
get anywhere.
You got it. Come on, you got it. You got it.
so frustrating.
Very slippery, wet rock.
There we go.
14. Kimi
Come
finally
on.
chooses her spot perfectly.
So frustrating.
Presses the foot down. Hops
They're
up.
like,
Gets to that spot, and you peer between those 2 columns.
Okay.
Give me the attack roll.
Okay.
So it's with advantage.
so it's,
You're
you
gonna roll
2
2
D20
Okay.
and take the higher of the 2 numbers.
Okay, so we're doing this is crossbow then.
And this
Oh,
will be-
sorry. No, that was only if you wanted to. I was speaking. Are you crossbowing or magic missile?
This is a question.
You get advantage. It will be sneak attack.
You have
Magic
advantage
missile
on
does
the
not
attack
get-
with the
Oh,
crossbow.
okay. So I want to do the crossbow because I have the. Yes. Okay. Let's do that.
It would do more damage,
Yeah.
but isn't guaranteed to hit. That's
Oh,
basically the trade-off.
let's do the crossbow.
Okay.
so
Give me the advantage attack.
YOLO,
Okay.
baby, let's go!
Come on.
Oh, 19 plus 7,
There we go,
27.
26
there we go,
will
there we
hit.
go, There we go. There we go.
Okay.
So this is going to be your crossbow damage. So go ahead and roll for that.
Oh yeah. Okay. 7.
7, and then give me the sneak attack damage too.
Right. So that's
3d6.
Come on. Come on.
Oh my god, that's a lot of math. 12.
In addition to the 7, or
In
separate
addition
from
to
the
the 7.
Addition.
In addition.
is that including the 7?
No.
No.
No. Got it.
7 plus
7.
12.
Plus 12. Got it. We're good. We're good.
No, that's okay.
Nope, that's okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Kimi threads the needle. A little crossbow bolt whizzes through and once again pierces the armor, like right underneath the armpit in the weak spot. Sort of sticks up underneath there. And you can hear that sort of rage building as he seems to,
Yeah,
this
be
time when he
mad.
takes kind of a step forward, he's shuddering a little bit.
Yes.
Not quite dead yet.
You you tell
Orba.
him.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god.
All right, Orba's gonna set up for a ding dong. She's gonna close her eyes and again try to picture a memory. And she's picturing her father and her like at the dinner table with just like crumbs and like just small like just nibbles of food, whatever they can manage. And she's gonna cast Mind Sliver again.
Intelligence saving throw?
Yes, it is.
I don't even know if we can really pass this. 4.
Fails. Okay, so 2d6 psychic.
2d6 psychic.
8 psychic damage.
Psychic damage.
And then he's gonna have the -4 on
To
his
his next saving
thing.
throw. And D4.
Minus
Minus
1d4.
one.
What did I say?
You said -4.
I was being optimistic.
Yeah.
Minus
gonna
a
be,
full
yeah.
roll.
How does he look after that hit?
He looks thoroughly thrashed, but still standing.
And he's gonna summon.
Yeah, he is. He has at least one summon.
I have my turn first.
Maybe 2.
No. Oh, you do. You
I
do.
have my turn
yeah.
first.
Oh, okay. Yes, it's my turn. I'm done.
Okay. Raven, you're up.
Just getting to my knees here, holding my shield up above me to the guy above me, and no, to all the dead.
You want to give me the D4
Oh, yeah.
subtraction?
Come on, baby.
18.
-1.
17.
No, that's safe.
Krong, that bell rings out, but this time he steels himself. Stands
But he
there.
said kneel with such vigor.
Okay.
It was raining really hard. What he heard was. Anything else? I'm gonna stand up. Thank you. Graven pulls himself to his
brave.
feet. You're sort of, you can peer through the shadow at the Sunken
Oh
King,
my
like, because it's only
goodness.
like partially corporeal there.
Just staring him down, watching,
Okay.
make just eyes on him and Orba.
Okay. All right, and the Sunken King, first thing he's gonna do, summon another creature.
No. God, this guy.
This is a shadow.
Good. It means he can't attack her twice. Oh, hi.
I'm gonna put that right between the two of you
Good,
to make it
good,
hard
yes.
to see. And
does indeed.
before he attacks, he's gonna take a bonus action. At Graven there, give me a strength saving throw, -3 because of
Graven.
your.
Oh my
2.
God. Oh.
Torrent
my
of air
God.
pours through. Is there anything to land on there?
There is not.
Give me a dexterity saving throw
To try to
attempt
get to the
grab that
side.
one, Yeah.
Dexterity save.
Raven, come on.
Oh, Graven.
19.
19.
Here we go. Come on.
Nice.
There we go. Come
You
on.
do take. You're gonna take because you sort of landed on your chest. You're gonna take just a one sort of length of falling damage. You take 3 bludgeoning damage from the partial fall there,
Okay.
but you manage to
Okay.
grab onto the end. You actually are prone.
That's manageable.
Okay.
Just from that. All right, and once again, after shooting out the torrent of air, he grips his sword with 2 hands. Glowing purple necrotic energy. Give me an Arcana check.
Come on.
Thank Christ. 18.
All right, this
Oh.
time better able to identify
I hate this so much.
my God.
the colors as he brings up the sword once more. Eyes flickering back and forth. Can you see that clearly?
Give me a second. Yes.
All right.
Oh.
Yes.
Ready?
Go ahead.
Yellow, green, blue, black, red.
And Orba feels the air on her face of the blade moving past. Her hair moving, strands, one strand of hair gets cut by the sword and goes out into the rain, and you fall back onto one hand, and then you propel yourself back up,
Oh.
and you stand face to face with the Sunken King.
The title of Reaper is not meant for you.
You are meant to be protected, not thrown into the fire. And he sort of stands there opposite you, and we go to Safira. Come on.
Oh. Okay.
This game
It's like that to me.
All right.
Stress sweats are
I am going to. I'm going to go ahead and use my last spell slot, cast Zephyr Strike,
Okay.
give myself advantage again on this attack,
Go ahead.
and I'm gonna fire at him. And using an arrow with death marking, which I should have said, but
Oh, okay. Great.
19. 26 to hit.
That will hit. Roll for damage.
Okay. Okay. That's so sad.
fine. That's fine.
Okay.
fine.
That's fine.
Okay, so that's 11 total damage.
11 total damage.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
And for a moment, it seems like he's gonna crumple. He goes down to one knee, falls to one knee. He raises himself up once more. He's hanging on with every fiber of his being
As Orba
on
sees
his
that,
absolute last lengths here.
she's gonna just
Bloody
quickly
no.
look at him and then in Infernal just and tell him to kneel.
Okay. The ads here are gonna take one sort of walk around the block. This one's gonna pass through Kiimi. That's gonna make an attack on you. That is a 13 to hit. Armor class.
15.
Great,
Yeah.
misses
Nice.
as it passes through. This one up here is gonna float down and attack Graven is with advantage here as he's prone. Yeah, the 18 to hit. That'll hit. It's gonna hit.
You're so
4 necrotic damage,
Strength is.
and your strength is reduced by another 2.
Holy shit.
Oh my god, your strength is so bad!
Graven can feel with each touch being sapped this sort of blackened, infectious energy.
My strength and intelligence are both 8 right now.
You're so dumb and so
Barely hanging on.
Graven's like, that's all I had going for me.
I am still very wise.
That withering energy coursing through you. And this creature, can it see someone who's not Orba? Yeah, it can see Safira. It's going to take 2
Thank
shots at Safira here.
Thank God, thank God, thank God.
That one's an 8 to hit, and that one's a
misses?
15 to hit.
That hits.
That hits. Alright.
Please don't go. I
A
don't.
minimum roll, 3 piercing
Thank
damage.
you. That's fine. I'm still up.
We get an entire round.
1 arrow.
Come on.
And Kiimi, that brings us to you.
Okay.
Come on.
Should I throw my missile?
Oh!
Oh yes.
Holy shit!
Okay.
I totally forgot about the missile.
I'm gonna throw my missiles.
1 missile, another, all 3 at him.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your
Right?
damage. Yep.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
you
those.
add 1 per die.
Per die. Okay.
Do you want another one of those?
I think it's only 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, you have 3 in
Yeah.
there?
Okay.
That's summons.
This one's
That
cocked.
one's cocked.
Reroll that one.
Roll that one.
Okay. So one. So plus an extra.
1 for
Extra
each
one
die.
for
So
each
Okay. So
plus
let's add
3.
3. Okay. 5, 8, 12.
12. The missiles coursing around. One goes to the left of the pillar, the other one goes to the right of the pillar, and Orba, standing there with the Sunken King, sees these impacts. And I need Kiimi here. You get to
She doesn't know what these are.
She doesn't. You get to describe the way in which the Sunken King falls to your attacks there.
Oh my god. He is going to like slowly drop down to one knee and just like sway back and forth and look me directly in the eye and be like, this thing? This one? And then just like blink a little bit and then fall down to the other knee and then face flat into the earth. You can hear bones cracking. You can hear barnacles flying off.
And his bones begin to kind of wither into black. They turn to ash in front of you, scattering along this tall black platform.
It's gonna be good for the boys.
And as you guys watch, you see as the platform begins to fall, the pillars around.
Should we be worried about this? Are we like
One at a time.
No!
It's yes. And you guys sort of stay on steady footing. The rain continues to fall. And I need 2, get out of... Oh, we already are out of that. Great. The columns of black, they sink back into the ground. They're quickly sort of covered up by rapidly growing grasses. It's like watching a time lapse of winter into spring. They reach the earth and then...
Yay.
The column of mist subsides. And while a steady drip of rain continues, the storm retreats considerably, allowing a modicum of setting sun to backlight the clouds into a very hazy citrus glow. The dirt is softer than whatever sort of obsidian-like substance you stood upon, and yet somehow it feels sturdier beneath your feet. You look to each other, eye to eye, now on an equal plane at these vast fields, and as you guys have reached sort of ground level, you find yourself surprisingly far. Like, it felt like you were all sort of bunched around this area, but now that everyone's returned to the ground, you see each other each 20, 30 feet away from each other. And
The other summons are gone.
they've disappeared.
Oh, good.
If not for the wounds, the bruises, and the crushing fatigue, it would feel like you'd all just shared a nightmare. The whole experience, very surreal, very fleeting. And with notes of petrichor in her nostrils, Orba looks to the ground in front of her. She sees, resting very comfortably on a tuft of grass, the only lasting evidence that this duel took place here.
Oh.
An undersized skull, partially gilded with a thin layer of gold along the left side, and barnacles circling around the eye sockets. And though it sits desolate now in this little cradle of brush, you feel as though, under the right conditions, you could breathe essence of life back into it to call upon its history, its power. You learn the Summon Undead spell, which allows you to summon an undead spirit. In addition to learning the Summon Undead spell, your expertise as a Necromancer Reaper, there's certain... this is the stat block for the Undead Spirit, so it's a little small. I might print out another one for you. But you have certain improvements to the spell that are beyond the normal scope of the spell. So the spell is a standard spell. But you have additional... One addition is, it is a concentration spell, but if you're wielding the scythe, you do not have to concentrate on it.
That's
so
delicious.
it has a little bonus. And the other thing is, normally that spell does not trigger Grim Harvest to give you hit points back, but you have the ability. So if that creature kills something,
that's
you get
awesome.
life back.
That's
so
a
you're
level
able
3
to-
spell, too.
Yes, so you siphon life back from any creature that your undead spirit kills. And you will notice that the spell requires, as a material component, a gilded skull worth at least 300 gold. You now have such a gilded skull in your possession.
Fancy barnacle boy. Oh my
So
goodness.
You have it in your possession.
Orba's gonna just kind of like collapse and drop to her knees.
I'll run over.
Yeah, I want to run over as well.
And she's gonna, before they like reach to her, she's gonna reach out and like with the 2 fingers, she's just gonna pick up the skull by the eye sockets and kind of just hold it up in front of her. Is everybody okay?
It is subdued, yes.
Yes.
The thing's not going to come back to life and do anything, is it?
Only if I tell it to.
Are you all right?
Yeah. Are you okay? Everybody okay?
Everyone's alive?
I'm kind of like standing like farther off, still just like
bed.
silent in my head, like waiting for the voice to come back, and like kind of like not paying attention to what's going on, and just like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Everyone's okay?
We're on our feet, which is enough.
Rest. I don't care if we're late, we're resting.
What time is it at this point?
It's probably like 6:30-ish.
We travel to find
A good spot, yes, but we're resting, yeah?
And as they're talking, for Ki'imi, the dust settling comes with a familiar sensation, a clarity and a relief, like that last sort of blowing of your nose when you're sick that clears out the congestion, and you can finally just take a real breath. An emptiness for some is often associated with despair, but for you it's the opposite. A blank canvas for you to look upon with fresh eyes, and even in your soaking leather armor lends itself to a kind of levity. But just as you experienced in the northern Stout Hills, the feeling does not persist. The sounds of the world around you become hollow, as if sort of cupping your hands over your ears. And the voice that comes through next is the same one that you've been burdened with this time, but it's softer, more insular. And it speaks to you. You get the sense that it does so for itself as much as for you, sort of talking its own thoughts out. I remember.
Okay, details, man. Name, place, how you died, what's linked us, what do you remember?
What you now simply call the ruin of Ebwoods was once a town. The town of Manasami. My home, I think. And with every undead spirit put to rest, I see a clearer picture of the past. There's a silence for a moment.
Oh, okay, so I guess this didn't work. We just gotta kill more dead things? Do you want to be free from my head too? Do you have any goals? What is your objective here? Please, answer me, please.
Make a persuasion check.
Sound of persuasive.
Natural 1?
No, not.
And instead of sort of responding to your question, he just continues to talk.
Okay.
His thoughts sort of tumbling out, becoming your own. There in Manasami lived a husband and a wife. Simple folk. Good, but simple. Not schooled, possessing no artisan skills, and, most importantly, largely unacquainted with magic. You also must understand that at this time, centuries ago, necromancy was universally reviled, not understood as it is today as something that can be constructive, benign, drawing your power from the will of the dead rather than through their suffering. But no, in the time of Manasami, any hint of necromantic arts was a sign of great evil. No questions, no compromise. This husband and wife, while taking an evening stroll, happened by a cemetery where the caretaker was tending to the graves. In a lonely line of work, he developed a tendency of muttering to himself, and that combined with the way the moonlight struck the fountain at that very moment made them believe that he was communicating with the dead. They did not want to accuse the man. He was a friend. But they were scared. They wrote a letter intended for an associate who was more knowledgeable in these matters, seeking their advice. But the letter was intercepted by the sheriff of the Ebwoods, a man of zealous piety who, unbeknownst to them, kept very careful prying eyes on correspondence through the courier service. Upon learning of these misdeeds, the sheriff promptly took his best men to the cemetery and cut the caretaker down where he stood. No questions, no compromise. The husband and wife were imprisoned for not reporting the crimes sooner, and that's all I can recall.
And
I don't know who I am in this story. Am I the husband? The caretaker? The sheriff?
Well, I guess whoever you are, we're stuck together for the time being. But we're gonna get ourselves out of this, okay? We're gonna help you remember. We're gonna help you figure out who you are and how you died and how you got here.
Yes.
Okay? We're working together.
I don't know why, but I feel that my story is one of paying for the sins of others. Sins not born of malice, but of ignorance. And so too must your story be. for our curses are linked.
That's really freaking unfair.
Yes. Yes, it is. Unfair. There is more. But I cannot reach out and touch it.
Okay, well, we know that helping defeat this sunken king brought you some clarity, brought you some memories. So we're gonna have to keep on this path. We're gonna have to keep finding undead things, drawing power, like you said, from their will, and hopefully that'll help you remember. Does that sound like a good plan, Mr. Curse?
Yes. We must go to the Ebwoods.
Okay, I'll talk to the others. Maybe they'll come with us.
Yes.
I knew you liked them.
Did I? And the voice kind of fades to the back.
Okay.
And as this is happening, you can hear her sort of muttering.
Yeah.
She's a little bit of distance away. Can't really pick up exactly what she's saying.
So if we see her just kind of sitting and,
Chatting.
wrapped up in herself, and Orba's having a moment here, kind of, did you say you knelt down, or you
Yeah.
just kind of have gone up to her and like put a hand on her shoulder and like just be looking out and around to see if anything's
perception
approaching. 8.
The rain is sort of covering up any particular noises, so you have a pretty clear line of sight now that the clouds have cleared a little bit. The Myriad Meadow is very, very flat, a lot of tall grass, but mostly just plains as far as you can see. It's quite a bit of... The sun's kind of going down, so it's starting to fade a little bit, but you can see pretty clearly, and you don't see anything right away.
After a few minutes, is there any more for you to draw from here, or can we move on?
Graven, I thought you were supposed to do something to... Are we not doing that?
No.
Okay. Are you sure?
Let us speak of it later.
Okay.
I'm gonna start to walk back towards them. And,
All right.
Well, good news and bad news. The voice didn't go away. Mr. Curse is very much still with us, but he's starting to remember some things, and I know very clearly that my next step is that I need to go to the Ebwoods.
Oh, well, right. I mean, I need to go to the Ebwoods as well, so that
Great.
was kind of on the list anyway, right?
Don't really feel like traveling alone right now.
Oh, no, I don't think that's a good idea at all. It's always better to travel with, companions.
Thank you for your help.
Yeah, cheers. You're right good fighter. Don't know what we would have done
fighter.
without you there. That was brilliant. Cheers.
We would have had much more trouble were you not there. Thank you.
Well, I think, and I'm kind of doing the same thing, Graven. I was kind of looking around.
Give me a perception check.
That's a 7.
7. Same kind of thing. I mean, you have a pretty clear line of sight, but you don't perceive anything out of the ordinary as you look across the plains.
Okay.
I say,
I think we need to keep moving.
keep moving. We stick to the road. We keep our heads down. At sundown, we can think about looking for a place to rest.
Sundown. I think we should rest as soon as we can.
We had an early morning this morning. We can do it again, but we need to put some miles.
I know. I don't know what the road will bring, right?
The road will bring us keeping our heads down and not...
Well, it could bring other things other than that too, mate. So,
Are the horses still tied up? Okay.
Yep, they were tied up sort of to some brush a little ways away, but you
Chilling.
can see them from here, yeah. It's very flat.
At least a couple hours, if we can.
Orba's kind of still...
Resting in the meadow.
Orba's just looking down still at the skull. She hasn't put it away yet. And, still just looking at it. Graven, if your energy allows it, bringing peace to the grounds is not something I would be opposed to taking the time to do.
doesn't seem like, a bad idea, considering.
Yes?
There's no longer any, what's the word? The defiled bits.
Desecrated?
The desecrated.
Yep.
Well, we saw like the chunks and stuff. What's the word I'm missing here?
Chunks of
gore and
Yeah, the gore and,
Sure.
the physical manifestation of the desecrated ground.
Mm-hmm.
Are there bits of that?
that's like the area around where that swirling sort of pillar of clouds has dissipated. But if you look back in the direction you came from, there's a trail of it, and it goes back away. Like
Goes back a
you would have to follow it back a good ways to sort of begin clearing it.
And because I think I misunderstood this at the time before, Kuzni wanted me to do it
Before
then
she-
and there
yes.
while she was still.
Yes.
Okay.
In that case, no, we move on from here. Let us not speak of it for now.
Okay. Excellent work, everybody. On we go.
Onwards.
I was able to hold back some of my energies. If people need healing, if something comes up, I
We
still
shouldn't
have.
need healing, mate. We need to rest.
I'm saying
Come on.
If
And Safira's looking at him like exhausted.
the rest is coming. The rest.
I'm gonna fall off my
is not
fucking horse.
yet.
Okay.
We have to put
I'm
some
not-
miles
I'm not-
behind us.
it's good to know. Thank you.
I'm not alright. I'm barely seeing in front of me. So we should keep moving, but quickly. Resting quite quickly.
I've seen you take more shots than that.
It's not many more, mate. Not too many more.
As Orba gets up, she's gonna reach and grab her spellbook again. She's gonna remember to pick that up.
Leaves her
is walking back to your horses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody give me perception checks as you are.
Oh God, what's happening around us, Matt?
That's what I'm saying about the rest, you guys. God damn it, 11.
19.
11.
13.
Kimi's the first one to start to head in that direction, sort of almost itching to get away from this cursed location. And as you're walking back, there's a number of these sort of tufts of tall grass that for you actually go up like almost to your waist. For most people, kind of up to knee height or whatever. And at one kind of larger bushel tuft of grass, you see just a little bit of like shaking as if something's there. And you also hear like a pop, like a cork noise. And then like something drinking, so like a gulping kind of noise.
I hate that.
It's probably like 15, 20 feet in front of you.
Wait, is this hand guy? This might be handless guy.
I mean, I think he's fucking dead.
Guys?
Yeah.
Hold for just a second.
What is it?
I'm hearing something. Have I heard this noise before?
It doesn't sound out of the ordinary. It's like rustling and something drinking.
Maybe it's just a cute little tiny animal. Fingers
What
crossed.
does it sound like? I've got I'm readying an action for anything that moves.
I'm just gonna point in the direction where I heard it.
When she points, you can see a little bit of rustling in the grass there.
Show yourself.
Come out the fucking bushes, you're outnumbered.
And you hear just a...
You get 3 seconds before we attack.
I can't get up.
I'm gonna swiftly make my way over there.
Okay.
Careful, Graven.
Holding,
Sounds like a
holding a sacred flame if something attacks me.
Stomp your way through. You push aside kind of quickly the big tuft of grass, holding your hand out sort of in a ready position. And you see before you the elven man
Yeah, handless guy.
cradling one arm, and you can see by his side the sort of dripping red remnants of a healing potion that he drank. And healing potions don't restore like an injury of that magnitude, but you can see the blood sort of congealing and sort of the skin, what's left of the skin, kind of tightening around the edges. So it's stemmed the flow of bleeding, but it certainly hasn't like reconstructed his hand in any form.
My healing do?
No, something that's that sort of it could stop it from like being grotesquely painful, but it wouldn't reconstruct his hand. He needs sort of greater restoration of some kind to restore something like that.
What
And
would
he's
you do?
lying. He's like
Yeah.
on his back, lying in this little thing of grass, and he's like shuddering a little bit from the cold rain, and his arm he's trying to like shield it from the droplets that are touching down on it.
What brought you here? Where did you come from?
What was that?
Much too long to explain right now.
After my arm was torn asunder, I was swallowed up by darkness. It felt like I was falling through water, but I could not swim upward. I was surrounded by black, as if deep below the ocean surface, and there was nothing but pain to focus on.
You must have crossed the desecrated grounds to get here. Why did you come here? Were you drawn here by something?
And he sort of holds his arm to, like, for the first time, kind of gets a look at it, sees the blood sort of thickening on his arm.
Don't look at it. Look at me.
Orba's gonna run to her saddlebags. She's gonna grab the, like, warm clothing. I'm assuming there's, like, a big jacket in there. She's gonna grab it, and she's gonna come over to him and wrap it. Sorry.
My name is Sebastian Charles.
Nice to meet you, Sebastian. You're going to be all right. You're going to survive this. You know that, right?
Yes. A very dear friend of mine who shares my occupation was offered quite a bit of money to escort someone into the Ebwoods. I don't know what this client was after, but I do know that I tried to talk my friend out of it. I know little of the Ebwoods beyond the fact that it is haunted, which we humble soldiers of Vern have little experience with. You hear that place Vern? It's up on the northeast coast there.
I know that place.
Yeah. I came looking for my friend. He's been gone for almost 2 weeks now.
You've already been through the Ebwoods looking for him?
No. I was on my way when I saw the Pillar of Black and thought maybe the worst had happened.
You came from Navikapura then?
No, I come from Vern.
Is Vern not north of here?
North and east.
Right.
I came through the teeming lowlands, which passes here through the meadow before you get to the Ebwoods.
Right. Do you have a horse? Can you get back?
One does not pass through the teeming lowlands on horseback. The terrain is too difficult.
Your friend, what's his name? What does he look like? We might be going through the Ebwoods if we saw him. Is there a message you'd like us to get to him?
If you could. Yes. His name is Quintus.
Quintus?
Human man. About my age. And he looks like he's in his early to mid-30s. Long blonde hair. And a short beard. As I said, he was looking for something with a client. We normally take people into the teeming lowlands to hunt, to gather resources. We're guides of sorts. But this client came to Vern looking for an escort into the Ebwoods, which is not normally something that we do.
For what purpose? Sorry.
I don't know. But he must have offered a lot of money. Because Quintus accepted it without a second thought. I was hoping to go to the Ebwoods and find him. I know it is haunted, and I also know that in the north end of the ruins there are kobolds who have taken up residence there.
Oh, good to know.
Kobolds, perhaps you know, are fond of kidnapping, and he almost tries to chuckle, sort of.
Steady.
They kidnap and then try to negotiate a ransom. So, I thought maybe if the kobolds have Quintus, I could negotiate for his return.
What did you bring with you for barter?
Sort of eyes you a little suspiciously. I have some of my own to offer.
Listen, you're not going to make it there now, are you? You must go back. I may have the ability not to fully restore your arm, but I can heal you better than any potion. But you would give us any other potions and what you would bargain, and we will try to do what we can.
Make a persuasion check.
13.
Without the proper use of my arm, I feel the Ebwoods may become my grave.
Certainly.
But I have come so far. Hard to turn back now.
Would you rather both of you be dead?
I would rather I find Quintus.
Can I pull Graven kind of aside away for just,
Give us a moment.
I'm gonna kind of try to pull everyone away for a second.
Oh, all of us. Oh, okay.
Can I offer that he comes with us?
I'm not dragging that behind us. I'm sending him back home and taking what he has on him.
I'm not saying that's not a better idea. I'm just saying he seems to have some knowledge of the Ebwoods, and he clearly knows at least where these kobolds are. We're probably going to have to encounter them anyway. We're certainly going to have to clear out the area, especially if I'm going to do my spell, which I need to do with my bow.
He can barely stay on his feet.
I know, right now, he's absolutely useless, but with some rest and your healing, he might not be so useless. He's got business there. He might have some knowledge of the area. Is it the worst idea to bring him along? It's not like he's exactly dead weight. He was a soldier, and, seems to be able to keep himself right to a certain degree. He doesn't have to be that useful. As long as he gives us information and it doesn't hold us back, it can't be that bad, can it?
All right. Orba,
What do you think? Should he come with us?
this is your party.
Tomorrow is when we're supposed to be meeting the Volmalga guy, right?
This is tomorrow night.
Why tomorrow night?
This would be a tomorrow morning thing.
I mean, you're not far from the Ebwoods right now. The meadow is
busy.
And we're meeting him at the southern point of the Roper Mountains.
Yeah, there's like a little arch there on the map just at the base of the Roper Mountains.
And how much time, I know the map isn't like super accurate by distance, but like
Decently accurate.
like a little bit of a journey between Ebwoods and the Roper Mountains part? Like,
I mean, yeah, a huge part of it comes down to how long you stay in the Ebwoods, how long your sojourn into the Ebwoods takes.
right.
What if we... that question, if we went all the way to the Rapra and we're like, Praxis, listen, we have to go backwards for a little bit, how much time would it take to go from where we meet him back to the Ebwoods?
Half a day. Yeah, I mean,
It would add a day to...
Yeah.
And at the place where we're meeting Volmalga,
mhm.
no town, obviously, but like a settlement of any kind? Nothing. That is just terrain.
Yep.
Okay.
There's some sort of Cliff implied that there was some sort of pass leading up into the mountains, but there's no settlement there of any kind.
Okay.
By some amazing stroke of luck, our goals and Kiimi's have aligned. I don't know about bringing on another unknown.
Well, we leave him. We ditch him after the Ebwoods. That's all he wants. I mean, really, I don't see why, if he gets what he wants from the Ebwoods, it's not like he's going to follow us. I don't think he has any reason to. I think he just wants his friend back and he doesn't want to die.
Obviously.
My opinion and my impression is that he is at least a savvy hunter, maybe a good tracker. If we're planning on entering the Ebwoods before we meet up,
Prior
At the
knowledge
Roper
is good thing.
an extra set of hands we've learned is a good thing.
Just to clarify, because I think you said it a couple times, not only did he not say that he knows the Ebwoods, the implication was he's actually never been there.
Oh, right, that's right. But he knows at least that there are these things.
Yes,
hiding out.
as he was
knows
researching,
the- yeah.
like when his friend went missing, he might have
He knows the area
asked
around,
around.
it. Yeah.
But yes, the implication was he's actually never been to the Ebwoods.
Sure.
And that he's an expert on the lowlands.
Yes,
Right.
the teeming lowlands is where he goes to hunt and gather.
Look, I think even just an extra set of eyes, even if he's just on watch, even if he's just looking for stuff around us, is useful.
I mean, if he starts to cause problems, we can just ditch him, right?
That's true. I mean, it's not like we owe him
just ditch
anything,
him.
and we are easily. I mean, we can obviously overpower him.
All right. He is your responsibility.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna go back over. If I were to heal you, would you accompany us north?
You would take me in the condition I am in?
Well, I'm hoping that with a little bit of my energy and a good rest tonight, we are not going this day. This would be tomorrow.
So he looks around. And what purpose does that serve for you?
Well, we're hoping, honestly, an extra set of eyes might help us get through there easier. We have our own goals with the Ebwoods. I, in particular, want to perform
That's
a ritual, so
enough.
it's
That's enough information for him.
not any information. It's not important. But we're passing through anyway, and we figure we might be able to help you get your friend, but really, the usefulness is for us. If you can see things...
Let him think.
No one just travels through the Ebwoods.
Sure,
Our
okay.
business there is our own.
I am sure that it is. My worry is that your business brings more trouble to me.
Oh, well, that shouldn't be the case. The idea wouldn't be to involve you in anything. It's just to take you with us so that we have an extra set of eyes on the road, and so that you can hopefully negotiate for your friend. And maybe you won't even have to, if, you know.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh. Disadvantage. Oh, I'm not persuasive. 3.
I see kindness in your eyes. I do. But safer for me to travel alone, I think.
Then you travel back the way you came.
Look,
And we will promise to do what we can if we come across.
you'll die if you try to go. It's very valiant, but ultimately not useful if you're dead.
I will go. There is a campsite south of here. In the top shelf, the miners of the region. I will rest there, get something to eat, see if there is someone who can bandage my arm. I will see how I feel.
Okay.
You will speak not of us.
Yeah, please don't, you know.
Reaches down. He reaches to his belt that has like a little cloth covering, and he lifts it up a little bit, and he takes out 2 clinking bottles that are filled sort of with a reddish fluid. Yes. One for me, in case they do not have proper healing at the campsite.
If I heal you right now, will you give us both?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh,
God.
come on.
Yay.
Come on, come on.
Pleasey.
No!
Natural 1.
Wow.
Amazing.
He looks up at you, and he's really wrestling with it, but he doesn't know you. He doesn't trust you. He also, you haven't demonstrated any kind of magic. He doesn't know what you're capable of, to what extent your powers are.
If I see him wavering,
He didn't see that.
He didn't see the fight take place.
That's
No,
right. I
no.
guess he was just in darkness. But
if
we
I
won.
see him wavering,
Go ahead.
go ahead and do it.
Yeah. Let's see how well you do.
It's level 1.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, baby.
You
It's
got
I
Be
do get
impressive.
to add to it.
Mhm.
Let me just make
Yeah,
sure.
lowest
That I
Is this a
understand.
cure wounds?
This is a cure wounds. 1d8 plus 3.
Surely. No!
Is that another one?
4. A little bit of healing energy courses through him, and once again, a little bit of the skin up near the elbow is almost like creeping further down his arm, like it's trying to cover up the sort of exposed muscle and bone, but it only goes down a little bit of way. You can see a little bit of relief sort of pass over his face, and he puts one back in his little cloth sack. I might need one just in case.
Yes.
Thank you. Please take care of yourself. We'll still look out for your friend. If we see him, we'll
Thank you.
try to keep him safe for you.
Good luck.
Will you fare without my coat?
Yes, thank you.
If she's coming close, I'm handing you the healing potion from him.
He rolls over kind of onto one side so he can push himself up.
Stay away from desecrated grounds.
Yes. One would hope I have learned my lesson.
Turn.
Goodbye, friend.
Hear some quiet footsteps. Starts to walk away to the south. You guys walk over to your horses. Return to your belongings and your steeds. Saddle up. You look across the far plains here of the Myriad Meadow, and that is where we are going to take a break.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, we rolled when it mattered.
We did.
Let's not get too
That
mad.
we did.
Yes, Anne.
Yes.
Now we don't have the baggage of this random guy who didn't even want to come with us.
That's true.
Yeah,
Didn't
he
even
probably
want us.
would have been a
He
buzzkill.
really want us.
Debating like he would care and he didn't.
We'd have to share a horse. That sounds
I
uncomfortable.
did want that.
Yeah, that's true.
Have to make small talk.
No, wait, actually, he wouldn't. I think we have an extra horse, don't we?
Oh, I think we only have 4.
Oh no.
But I'm
we
Dean has
didn't
been
steal that
using
guy's
Erland's
horse. We didn't steal the
Oh,
extra
no.
horse.
We
I
gave
wanted,
it to the other half.
I wanted extra
Yeah.
horse. Yeah,
Gave
that's
it
right.
to
The Elatrian
Extra
horse? Is
horse.
that
But
one?
I wanted extra horse that we
Bonus
can paint. bonus paintable horse.
That is where we're going to take a break. Thank you, as always, everybody, for joining us.
Your
God.
bits
We,
kept us alive.
we made
They
it
truly did.
through the trials of the Sunken King, and not only came out on the other side, but Orba possessing the ability to call upon the spirits of the dead for the future. It's a very cool spell.
I didn't think we were gonna make it.
I never wanted to.
I had no
Was
faith.
it worth it?
Couple.
I was
How
scared.
low did you get there? That was
They're both
close.
single
Oh, I'm at 5 HP.
Yeah, and
Oh, yeah.
Orba.
The fact that you held
We're
on
at
to
2.
there is
Two. You should have died.
And in
the electricity's going around.
So
the
the-
old
the-
Two
rings.
hits. He needed. There were 4 times actually.
Oh yeah, you want to
There
show
were
off
4
Yeah,
the?
times that you
I'll
could have
so that
gone.
people
you
could
could have
see it.
gone down.
I'd like to not.
Oh yeah.
lose anymore.
Oh, I'm aware.
4.
So the trials here. If you failed your Arcana check,
What was
it was
the
8 colors, and if you passed it, it was only 5 colors. So like,
It
here's what
looked like more than 8. It looked like
No, it's only.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The blue and the black
Well,
were
they were
very
shifting
difficult
the
to
Yeah.
see.
So the
transition.
colors shift. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little weird on the camera.
getting the 5 was diggity do.
I also I didn't think that would just auto miss. I thought I was still gonna like have like a plus. I know, but I
Yeah.
thought I was gonna have like a +3 to hit or something for me.
No.
So
No,
with an
it was like,
excellent
Oh my god,
anticipation of a mighty blow, Orba evaded.
you have way too much faith in me,
Disaster.
Matt.
Hey,
Way too much.
we
It was
made a
supposed to
plan.
be difficult to see. It's raining, it's storming. It was supposed to be difficult to discern, especially at the 8 colors.
We made a plan and we exacted it.
We
now
did.
it's time to
Hey, we did it. Another
Did it.
plan.
Oh my god. We're all alive.
Oh my god, it went
Easy.
so swimmingly.
It's like not a big deal.
Thank you all so much, as always.
I will do the thanks of bits and subs after the break so that I can.
So much. We'll consolidate and look. When we come back, we'll take a little stroll in the direction of the Ebwoods, and we'll see how far we get on the other side.
Wait, we're
A
going
limp.
in.
We're gonna take a limp on the way to the Ebwoods.
All right, everybody. We'll be right back in 15 minutes. We'll see you then.
All there.
Bye.
Stay there. Stay where
What's going on?
All right, everybody. Welcome back
Yes.
to Chapter 10 of Season 2 of A Peek Beneath the Veil.
Made it.
We are going to jump back in, but before we do...
Yes,
a
I
couple of
have things to
to
say. All right, so we've got Zalian did a subscription and then also did 200 bits. Geither resubscribed for the 4th month. Ham McGinnis subscribed. Snapping Cobra did 5 gifted subs and then 600 bits.
Oh.
Jack Rabbit Power did 5 gifted subs and 500 bits. GF
Oh.
Powers did 200 bits. The Goodies did a subscription for the 2nd month.
Yes.
Mr. Jingleheimer did 100 bits. Still love that name. Keith Hoffman gifted a sub. Chevmaster did a sub. And Savannah Yum Yum did a sub.
Oh.
And then Snapping Cobra just did 100 bits.
Love left.
I'm pretty sure that's the only thing that kept us alive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
bits.
might have been
Surviving
bits energy.
bits.
Clearly. Oh, and Jack Rabbit Power just did another 100 bits. Thank you very,
Thank
very
you
much.
guys so much. It really means the world to us. And as we jump back in, the group turns to the northwest, guiding your horses through the level plains of the meadow. Enough light to travel by, enough light to see the roads stretching out for a considerable distance, and enough light to confirm that there are no Erland-shaped figures coming to reunite with the party just yet.
About that halfway.
Some time passes, sort of riding through these hills. You start to make out the beginnings of a tree line across the horizon, which, unless you've gotten turned around, should mark the transition to the Ebwoods. At first, a very scattered forest that will then condense as you get closer to the center, and then open up again if you were to approach the ruins. Unlike the great pillar of darkness that housed the Sunken King, the Ebwoods lacks any kind of particularly foreboding elements, at least from afar. The trees look to be mostly of a kind of mountain ash, with branches that point upward, almost as if squeezing into a vase and leaving the forest floor mostly unimpeded, as long as you maneuver around the many stout trunks. So you have a little bit of time here riding through kind of very calm, open
I'm kind of
field.
pulling up my horse.
Look, I know what you're gonna say. Orba, please, for fuck's sake, I'm exhausted. Before we go to another fucking place that's haunted, can we please lie down?
Yeah? Of course.
This feels like
Also,
as good a place as any. I mean, it's completely uncovered, but at the same time, we can watch from every angle.
I want to stay near Myriad Meadow because isn't that what Erland said he was planning on? That's where he was going to meet us?
Yeah, yes.
And he's
I'm
not here yet.
seeing any Erlands.
So I don't want to venture too far from the place that he thinks we are going to be.
I'm trying not to
At
worry about it. I don't know what my sense of responsibility is there. When were we supposed to go after him? I don't... Okay. Here? I'm so tired, please.
You said we're on the edge. Are we on the edge of the edge?
Not quite yet. You're approaching it, yeah. I mean, it's wide open here. It starts to get sort of dotted trees, and then it'll get thicker and thicker.
Through the
say we-
kidnappers' ghosts? No.
To the edge of
Okay.
the woods, so that we can obscure ourselves even the littlest bit.
Okay,
Okay.
let's go.
Okay.
Scanning the edges of the forest.
Give me a perception.
See if I. That's my thing. I do that so well.
Perceive.
Are you kidding me?
Is that another one?
It's another one!
Use my die.
I can't. What the?
Nothing unusual
Perceiving.
along the horizon.
Take
Get
it.
away from me.
Just put it there just in case he wants it. Just in case he gets mad.
I tossed it in his dice
You just
tray.
tossed a 20. You didn't see that? It was a 20. Get away from me. I don't want your stupid dice.
He's rolled a 14.
Don't discard my luck.
Anyway.
As you ride, nothing out of the ordinary that you notice. And it's, again, very wide open here. It's starting to turn from sort of a deep red to a sort of orange that's getting into darkness as the sun continues to set. The path is mostly quiet. The open landscape seems to afford you a little peace of mind that for this stretch, nothing's going to kind of pop out, take you by surprise.
He knows we're headed north. If anything, he won't find our rotting corpses in the meadow.
Wait.
He'll know to go
Should we have left some kind of trail for him? Fuck, I feel stupid. Now I should have left some kind of marking.
We just left 4 horses in the heavy rain. There's going to be tracks.
The meadow is wide open. He will know that we are not there.
Okay.
Quickly.
Okay. I'm looking. Can I kind of look up ahead and? Safira's so tired. She's looking for any like comfy spots
Give me
to
a perception.
rest. Prioritizing comfort. Oh, there are no comfy places. 6.
The best the forest edge kind of has to offer you are maybe a couple scattered trees to lay up against and
All right.
lay your
Graven, looking good enough. Come on.
I don't know how,
What's happening?
stepping back, I don't know how real world busy John is right now, but could we do like a phone a friend sending?
You could attempt ascending. spell.
He is
No, like,
like
I
I'd call him
understand
on the
the
phone.
phone.
on stage.
He's on stage right now. You
All
cannot.
right, still a
Maybe if we go past 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
What's the runtime of
Well,
that
no,
show?
we're,
I don't think so.
we're resting now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
God damn it, John.
If anything, I could send a message to Erland and tell him, update him
Oh,
before we rest.
right. You've got
Actually,
the mind thing.
He'll
of
be able
course.
to respond, right?
No.
Perhaps.
So, if he has a chance to respond, he could say either like, "Yeah, everything's fine," or "Please help in dire
No,
straits,"
I'm dead.
or
Hopefully not that.
Let's find our place to settle down.
Yeah,
Okay.
Please, please.
that. That's a good idea.
Safira sees that one tree that looks moderately comfy.
My tree.
Lead the horses over to
up to
it.
you.
Again, it kind of has those branches that kind of go up, so it has a little sort of.
I'm gonna tie up my horse
All
and
blocked.
basically just slide down the tree. And then as soon as not first watch. Who wants first watch? It's not me.
I can.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay. Good night.
We usually
don't,
set
like, fall
watches
asleep.
throughout the evening as we sleep.
Yeah,
Okay.
no worries.
Safira will be last, second or third.
I'll take second.
Okay.
Okay. So wake me when you're done.
I'm gonna like scamper up a tree
Oh.
and go to sleep in a little branch crevice.
Give me an acrobatics check.
That's so sweet. Cry.
No,
No, don't fall.
6.
6. The trunk of the tree is rather slick. Sort of the bark is not sort of has good handholds on it. And you get up to the branches and then slide back down to the base. give another look up. You can try one more time.
I'm tired. I'm tired.
Use the right dice. Oops. Oops.
I touched it earlier.
This time you get up to where the branches are, and you're holding on to one of the branches, but you pull yourself up.
Did you breathe
and there's
on
really no, like all the branches are too close to each other. There's nowhere to, like...
Yeah, I didn't want to sleep here anyway.
So you slide back
Never
down to the
mind.
base.
You'll be safe enough down here with watches. Sorry.
Graven, before we rest, were you able to see me?
Can I still see her?
You cannot still see it.
It kind of when the winds went down.
Yes, when the storm dissipated.
There was something about the swirling storm. Something that lifted the veil. Either on your end or mine, I don't know.
That's very interesting.
It is.
What do you think?
Much the same, but the scythe was formidable.
Really cool.
You just can conjure that like I with my
Yeah.
spiritual weapon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just like that. Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Looks powerful.
Yeah, I guess.
Come, doesn't that... What just happened, does it not give you more confidence?
I don't know how I feel about it.
We went in there, probably foolishly, and we still came out on top.
It's not us completing the task that made me nervous. This is gonna be hard, Graven. I thought that I had seen the hardest part of my life, and I'm starting to get the impression that that is not the case.
Cliff. Me. The world at this point is asking a lot of you. I suppose try not to dwell on it too much.
Oh, I thought you were going to say try not to fuck it up.
No, no. I'm confident that you won't.
Okay.
But I realize that it can seem daunting. Just stay with us and keep going as you have been.
I'm going to reach out and put my hand on your hand.
Ah.
She does.
Yes.
Feel the touch.
Thank you. Get some rest. It's good work.
Is there anything you'd like me to say to Erland?
Just make sure he's okay. I suppose let him know what our morning might bring. And ask for a confirmation that he'll be here. Of course, he could be bound and gagged. Do you have to have your full physical facilities in order to reply? I actually do not know.
It's
Do you need to
been
speak?
a while.
You don't need to
Don't?
speak.
Oh.
It's telepathic communication.
It's been a while, but
Hey.
I believe he'll be able, as long as he is conscious, he will be able to reply.
So if you get nothing in response,
Did Cliff not say that sending of late has been tenuous?
I suppose it's been in regards to certain subject matters.
Yes.
That's fair. I don't know if it'll do anything.
I would not take it as a morbid sign
Okay,
if I don't.
I will try not to.
Why
It's
don't
okay.
why don't you just sleep and we'll talk about it in the morning?
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. All right, good night. I gotta eat a ration.
Guys start to lay down.
Yeah,
we
Can
should
mark
have
that.
eaten.
pull at some hardtack and
Eaten
some...
something.
Everybody give me perception checks for your watches.
Oh no.
No, you need
Here,
to eat.
oh,
Which
yes,
dice
yes.
are you
no.
spending that? Oh no, your glasses are off. That's why. You took them off to sleep.
Oh no! I
14.
thought they were like
6.
I'm rolling this as Reaper, even though I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you change at the end of a long rest. So
Got it.
It would be.
Perception?
Yep.
11.
Safira, what was yours?
7.
6.
I see nothing.
Guys lay down, rests, or spreading out your bedrolls. As you're lying down, you're kind of used to when you're traveling in the wilderness, finding a nook or a pocket of trees somewhere. It feels very exposed. Like you roll over, your head on the pillow, and you open your eyes, and you can just see for like miles in the distance with the moonlight. Like you can just,
That's terrifying.
so it's a little disorienting, but a moment as you take some time to drift off. Graven, you have the first watch. Is there anything during this time?
I'm going to attempt
Oh god.
to send.
I think a lot of people are familiar with the spell, but it's the first time that we've used it on stream, so go ahead and read that.
One action. Unlimited range. I send. You send.
What?
I didn't think it would be this difficult.
I'm sorry. You send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature with which you are familiar. The creature hears the message in its head, recognizes you as the sender if it knows you, and can answer in a like manner immediately.
Answers in a like manner, so it appears in your mind in return.
Spell enables the creature with intelligence scores of at least 1 to understand the meaning of your message. You can send the message across any distance and even to other planes, but if the target is on a different plane than you, there is a 5% chance that the message doesn't arrive.
Can you imagine if I made you roll a percentile die? As if Erlen was on a different plane of existence.
I can imagine.
Yes, we can.
Graven takes a moment, focuses his mind, quiets his mind, focuses on the spell. Who are you sending to, and what is your message you're sending?
Do I know his last name?
Yeah,
come up?
Loftifel.
I know,
Yeah, we
but
know.
was
Oh, do
I
you
there?
know it?
I don't know if I was ever
Raven?
there.
I think it's been said enough times that I think you would probably know it. I think he has definitely said it. He has
But, like-
introduced himself as Erlen Loftefell enough times that I think he has.
Loftefell?
I think he has. When we, you know how I know? It's
I
because
think
when we've
you-
been at
I
gates
think-
and stuff.
I think he
has.
might have, but regardless.
It's no big deal.
I think you
Can't
you
complete
might
the
know.
sentence.
Don't
I'm
say the full
so
name, that's 2
familiar.
words.
I'm so familiar with him that I can just...
He's
Hey,
not
Earl.
saying.
Yeah, I'm not saying Earl. I'm thinking...
Hey, early, Big E.
All right.
Meadows. Successful. Better have good reason
Oh no.
to abandon Orba.
Not 10.
Do you need help? Edge of Edwood. Edge of Ebwoods.
17.
Praxis by tomorrow night.
4 luck.
Good luck.
Focuses on
Love.
taking that message and projecting it out as much as you can.
Like a message from your passive aggressive.
Feel it kind of passing through your
Good luck,
brain and
period.
moving, trying to connect with that. You picture Erland and sort of the figure that you're familiar with. You try and project that message to him.
It looks like a bitch.
And you hear a voice back in your head. What makes you think I would allow you such a message
Jesus.
after you failed to purge the desecrated ground?
Who's he never forget?
Is your hold so tenuous that you would bother with such things?
You mentioned the girl. Yes, I would bother with such things as I have before. your thoughts to yourself. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god. I fucking hate this guys. I just hate it. Your god's a bitch.
11. You feel kind of like a sharp
Ow!
pang in your heart, like
Dude.
like a surge of energy just pours through you. It almost feels like, and you're rarely at the kind of receiving end of this, like a radiant energy, like a searing, almost gleaming incandescent energy that sears at your organs on the inside. And you take
You're okay, right?
Oh, no, he's fine. Forgot, you're
12 radiant damage.
Oh, he's got 2 HP. Smited.
And then slowly fade kind of back to center.
I can feel that he's not with me.
Yeah, as much as usual. You can even feel you like just to see you reach for that energy like for a third level spell and you feel that it's been expended.
Yeah. Look over to the lumpy bedroll, empty. Sorry. Just slump back against a tree. Try to just focus on the feeling.
Don't sit too far from your mic.
Yeah,
It's okay.
focus on that kind of empty feeling that I've had with the whetstone and in the soul shelter and even in that storm to some degree. Just try to sit in my own thoughts and keep my mind empty, honestly. Even though things keep trying to find their way in. And scan the horizon.
Time passes. Graven's watch goes by. Next up was Kiimi, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Go to wake her.
Lay a hand on the bedroll. I'll shake. It's
Okay.
time.
Yeah, thanks.
You go to push yourself up to kind of get in watch position. Your wrists are sore. They're like from climbing on those wet rocks, like trying to pull yourself up. You just feel that aching sensation in your fingers, like you were gripping something so tightly, and finally your body's starting to relax, but it just has that cracking sort of aching feeling. But you prop yourself up into a sort of more alert position. You watch Graven retreat to his bedroll.
It was quiet. Just
Right. More for me.
hope not.
Just knock on the tree.
Anything you wish to accomplish during your watch?
No. No accomplishing. Nice and quiet.
The time passes. Finally, it becomes time to wake Orba for her watch. Nothing happens in the night here. Go over. Wake Orba.
Psst. Good morning, sleepyhead. It's your turn.
Okay. Nothing?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Go sleep.
Thank you.
Orba begins her watch. Quiet of the night, sort of swirling around her, listening to some of the sounds of insects, and sometimes you hear sort of a faint owl coming from the direction of the ebb woods, and some of the creatures. And those sort of animal noises come and go throughout the time during your watch. Sometimes you'll hear sort of maybe just a little snapping of a twig. You'll look over, and then you'll see like something, a deer, a moose, sort of traipsing through the sort of sparse forestation. A little more time passes, and you hear another sound that is less natural, less animalistic. It sounds a little bit like scraping. Stops for a moment. And again. And then it stops.
How close did that sound?
Give me a perception check.
Got 2 ideas.
Perception check.
Mhm.
9 minus 1. 8.
Difficult to tell. It doesn't sound super close. It's not like on the other side of the tree, but the other trees around you are probably anywhere between 20, 30, 40 feet away. Maybe something in that range. You imagine if it was further than that, you might not even be able to hear it at all. So
Okay.
something in that range.
Okay, I think Orba's going to try to quietly get up. And maybe, depending on how, foresty this forest is,
It's pretty sparse.
okay. I was gonna say, kind of, duck
Normal forest.
between a couple trees to just kind of bridge that gap.
You can kind of run between two of them. try to
Yeah,
get
no-
closer to the direction.
Not
of the
run,
sound.
but yeah.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Yeah. Do better.
Oh.
Stealth. Oh my god. 7.
7. As you move from one to the other, your feet on the grass just makes kind of a light crunching sound, and it really isn't making that much noise, but the quiet of the night at this particular moment is dead stillness. So that little bit of noise is the only real thing that anybody could perceive at that moment. And the moment you kind of step on a larger tuft of grass that makes a little bit of a noise, you hear something else moving away from you. Like it heard your steps and moved away. You have dark vision. Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Oh my god, come on. Oh.
Rope that cattle.
Give me the one you rolled a 20 with. Yeah, that.
No, it was
two-tone
this.
one.
It was the two-toned.
What am I doing?
The rolling dice is a science.
Perception check.
Perception.
No,
I
it's
can't
not.
believe this, you guys. 8.
8. The only thing that you think you see is a shadowy figure with a tail, like a tail.
Like a fuzzy tail? Or like a lizard tail?
Like a reptilian tail. And not small, not super low to the ground like it's a tiny creature.
Friend?
Like
Probably not
maybe
friend.
humanoid sized.
Like a tiefling tail?
Humanoid size.
Hard to tell with that perception.
Well, that scaled.
Human with a tail.
Okay.
I think so.
Oh, that's what they.
She's gonna
Yeah.
now, with a little more intention of making noise, try to, again, keep breaching that gap a little of where I think that sound came from.
Okay. Give me another stealth check.
Just don't get kidnapped.
We're the ones that are asleep.
Stealth. What was my stealth? A 0? God, why do I keep moving from this page? 12.
12. You move closer to that source of the sound, and after you get to the next tree and you go to listen, and the sound has disappeared.
Yikes.
From what you don't know a lot about kobolds, but just a little bit of history about reading of them, they're extremely light on their feet. They're very sneaky. They have a very good ability to sort of remain undetected if they wish to be. And at this point, you imagine if it's gotten a certain distance away from you, you're hearing nothing. You can't discern anything at this point.
Is there a way for me to kind of check out whatever few trees there are in this area to see if I can identify any markings?
Give me
or
an
anything?
investigation check.
Which die should I use? Investigation.
Mm-hmm.
17.
17. You take a look at just sort of narrowing down the trees to kind of a cone of where you kind of heard the sound from because you weren't able to pinpoint it precisely. You kind of move from tree to tree, just run your hand up and down the trunks of the trees to see if there's any sort of indentations along the bark. Finally, you get to one, and at this point, you're probably 50 feet away from your companions, sort of where that little campsite where you guys lay your bedrolls down, and you're running your finger along the trunk, and you feel an indentation, and you turn around the trunk and you look at it, and it looks like there's a kind of symbol drawn there. And it's not glowing, it's not it doesn't, immediately your expertise in magic tells you it's not something that seems to be holding any kind of energy.
Okay.
Yeah, but it has a kind of...
About to buzz. Lord have mercy, I'm about to buzz.
Don't you I hate you. Oh no.
Find an empty page eventually. There we go. It has a square
Okay.
and then an X through it.
Huh.
So it's some kind of it's scratchy too, like that. Like it was done. It looks like it was done maybe with a claw, not a cutting instrument like a knife or something.
Okay.
So there's some kind of symbol
Okay.
marked.
Kidnap here?
Yeah, that means
Or-
these guys
or-
are losers. Yeah, losers
No
right here.
kidnappy or yes kidnappy?
So that's what you see
Nappy? Or
Okay.
in the bark.
Orba's gonna quickly, like, without turning her back to where all of the noise was coming from, she's gonna back up and try to get close to camp.
Okay. You do so.
And just gonna be on, like, super high alert now and just really try to focus on the
Give me a
watch.
perception check.
We're all gone. All three of us are
Yeah.
gone.
Okay, here we
You
go.
back up and you step on an empty bedroll.
2.
Oh my
Do your best to keep as good an eye on your surroundings as possible, but
wow.
difficult to discern anything. And without sort of a base of knowledge of kobolds, nothing that you can sort of grasp onto as a way to determine whether or not there might be in the vicinity or not.
I am buying new dice.
Time passes. Get to the end of your watch.
Okay.
Feeling like I'm missing something.
Orba's gonna go over to Safira and she's gonna kneel down. How
Fuck's sake. Yeah.
you feeling?
Oh, like right shit. Are you alright? Is everything okay?
Yeah, so the one thing I would say to just be prepared for, I think I possibly heard a kobold, like 50 feet from camp.
Come on.
Really? He didn't approach the camp. It looks like he inscribed some kind of a mark on a tree.
What? Where? What kind of?
Can I take a quick second, I guess, to quickly show her?
Sure.
Okay, follow me.
It has not changed since you last saw there. You see the sort of square with the scratched markings there.
It doesn't have a dick over it now.
What?
I'm asleep.
So
What does that
they're marking some kind of territory. I don't know if
Okay,
it's.
I'm kind of doing a quick scan around, looking for
Give me a
places
perception.
where I think are hiding places.
Cocked.
That's so cocked. 13.
13, you look around, it's quiet, it's dark. You can see with your dark vision up to a certain extent, but nothing that you perceive at this moment.
If they are marking for a possible attack, we hold on. I'm just saying if. I don't know. If they are, just keep your head up. We'll be gone in a couple of hours. As soon as we're all done resting, we leave.
Okay, go to sleep. Check your stuff when you get back to the bedrolls. I'm staying here. I'm gonna post up by the tree and
You're
stand
gonna
there.
stay by the
Check
tree?
my undercarriage.
Yeah, this is where the marking is. So I can look at you, and I can look all around.
Are you okay?
No, we just killed the barnacle guy. That was right scary. I had the craziest dreams. By the way, do you not think it was a little bit weird that Sebastian he didn't kill that guy? That's right odd.
Sebastian didn't kill what guy?
No. Sebastian didn't kill anyone. I'm saying Sebastian himself didn't get killed.
Oh, I think he didn't die because we killed his captor. That's my guess, anyways.
I think he didn't die because Captor chose not to kill him. I think if that Captor chose to kill fucking anyone, he could.
No, he tried to kill me.
Well, right, but you're a bit different, aren't you? So I just think it's odd. Don't you think it's odd? For
There's
him
so
to
many-
do something like that?
there's
For
so
him
many-
to leave him
so many
alive? It
things to
seems...
think about, Safira. I'm not gonna put any mental energy toward why this man didn't die. I have no idea.
I was really expecting him to... I mean, I'm chuffed that he wasn't, but anyway, it doesn't matter.
Okay, I gotta go bed.
Good night.
Are you staying here at the marking?
Yeah, I'm staying here.
So yeah, you can see where they're sleeping.
Because I
It's a-
want, like, a vantage point of the camp. So I kind of want to keep my, like, facing the camp, but, you know...
You can do so.
Well,
Yeah, so you stay there.
looking
Leaning
around.
against the tree, putting your hand over the symbol. Like,
Not here. Whatever this is, it doesn't mean anything.
I should have said nothing. What I should have said was nothing.
keep your eyes out.
I negate the rest because I'm so...
You've actually completed your long rest
Yeah.
already. A little more time passes. Sun in the sky begins to crack the horizon. A little bit of orange-yellow light coming up. Safira's rest comes to an end.
Oh, if we have completed our rest, these effects of the strength, my strength modifiers are back now? Great, and our hit dice are back.
The rest is completed. You return to maximum
HP,
HP.
okay.
Yeah.
Great.
You get your spell slots back as well.
Yay!
Yes.
The ability to cast spells.
We all get it? We all get it?
Yes.
We get half of our hit
Half of
dice
your
back?
hit
It was
dice.
Sometimes-
rolled,
Yep.
rounded.
You
Rounded
like to
down.
take things away from me.
I am so mad that I used all my hit dice.
Now you got half of them.
You lived
Rounded
through
down.
that
Now I have
fucking
2.
fight.
Safira goes after keeping an eye. You see nothing suspicious beyond even as the light begins to come up. You have a slightly better view. You're looking, at least where Orba pointed out, you're looking toward the Ebwoods, like if you're further deeper
Okay.
into the forest, and you see some light animal activity, but nothing out of the ordinary or suspicious.
Okay.
You return to the camp.
Kind of wake everyone up. So nothing with the I didn't see anything, so that's good.
Oh, good.
We should check our bags, and I'm gonna kind of, as soon as I'm gonna start checking our stuff and make sure everything's there.
Give me an investigation check.
God damn.
19.
19. Everyone kind of watches, sleepy, sort of pushing the sleep out of your eyes as Safira's like rifling through the horses' saddlebags, her own bag, picking things up, putting them back in. Nothing missing.
Nothing missing.
Why
Boss
would something
Law.
be missing?
Orba heard something.
I have a suspicion that there was a kobold near the camp. I don't know if he knew we were here, but he made a marking on the tree. Does anybody know of kobold behavior like that?
If she shows us to it, do I recognize
Give me a nature check.
Let's do the new one.
I know, we have slim pickings now at this point. D20.
Nature?
Yeah.
5.
5. Wow. The only thing you're aware that kobolds are fairly intelligent.
Yeah.
And they definitely use symbols, sigils.
Collaborative hunters.
Yeah, to communicate certain things.
crows.
It means nothing to you. The symbol itself means nothing to you.
Well, I don't know about you, but all of us together, we look pretty formidable, right? You would hope that, unless it was a giant group of kobolds, they probably saw us and moved on.
Do we see any value in destroying the marking?
Yeah, I see
What?
value in it. I don't see why we'd keep
Only
it.
if we were
Mussying
staying
it
here.
up a little bit.
I mean,
Go, be my guest.
why not?
Safira? It seems like something you would enjoy.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
I'm gonna take I know I have like a little sort of blade in my like sort of belt. I'm gonna take that out and just kind of rip the bark where it is. So I'm assuming it's indented in the bark. So
It
I'm
is,
just gonna
yep.
basically make a square of bark
Okay, great.
and toss that sort of
Take a
on
moment
the
to
ground.
sort of
Be a
then
nice little bug habitat.
break the piece of bark off. Yep. And now there's just you can see the exposed skin of the tree underneath.
Put it down.
Do I know how big of a group kobolds typically travel in?
It varies, but almost never alone, like in packs. And they do form.
Half a dozen.
Yeah, if they're traveling, like in a pack of something like a dozen or half a dozen to a dozen, but they also do form little communities, which could be, upwards of
Dozens?
50, 100 if it's a big one. So it depends.
Well, perhaps, as he said, they have taken up in the heart of the woods, and this was just a few of them on the outskirts.
Well, I hope so.
We are moving on from here.
Okay, how are we feeling? Is everyone all right this morning? Feeling ready?
Nice and chipper.
Right, okay.
Still got the
Hungry, actually, I'm hungry. Does anyone want rations or anything?
I've eaten.
Does anybody see any wildlife that we could try to quickly...
Let me have a look. Can I take a look for any like sort of things I can forage and
me a
anything
survival
that I
check.
could sort of small game that I could maybe hunt? Survival. 12.
12. The only thing that you see a bush that has some sort of fruits, sort of berry fruit, and you look at it, and it looks like maybe not super edible. You look around a little bit, and you do see an almirage scatter between two trees.
Can I try to toss my dagger at it? Or?
Sure. Give me a. Do you have a dagger? You just have like a pocket.
I have it's like a pocket.
Yeah,
knife,
you
but I
can't really use
assume
that as
would.
It wouldn't. It's not like.
Can I try to stab it with one of my arrows?
Sure, you could try to do that. Just give me a improvised weapon, which would be a d20 plus your strength modifier. You're trying to run up to it and stab it. They're very fast. They're like rabbits.
Why don't I just try to shoot it?
You can. Safira gets one out of her quiver, takes 2 steps towards it, and it like.
Tries to stab it. Is that cocked? Can you see what that is?
No, you can't. Yeah, that's dog.
Yeah.
Can't put a die on it. It's,
Okay.
What in the fuck
guys,
is wrong with us?
I don't know what to do.
13 to hit.
13.
Just eat the ration.
Oh.
Yay!
Yay! Wait, that means I got
You
it?
walk over to it, and there's a little Amirage with an arrow stuck in
Oh,
its
buddy.
hindquarters.
I immediately want to put it out of its misery. No. And then, breakfast.
Quick fire.
Yes. I'm gonna skin it and then start,
Little, you have like a little tinderbox, a little char cloth. You start a little fire. Cook up the meat. Have yourself a
Should we
meaty
saved the horn for this? Didn't we?
You can keep the horn. Yeah, the horns are sometimes used as a...
You had that other horn, that big one.
Is it a slot?
No. It's tiny. It's like literally this big.
You weigh it in your hand.
Yeah, I can carry that.
We're all slotted up here. I don't know about
we
you.
are. Oh, no,
Time.
we are. I'm
I'll
almost over.
stick it in my craw.
In your mouth?
Wait, that's what that
That's
means,
what I
right?
mean. Like a toothpick.
Yeah, I'll keep it.
Thanks.
That's not
Yeah, these are really valuable.
It's getting ridiculous.
Just like on it like a lollipop.
You have to clean it off.
It's
Yes,
like a giant toothpick.
As when you pass by Lantharipu Trickster's Thicket, you are aware that the ground up Almirage horns are used in certain concoctions.
I mean, this is a few bites for each of us.
Yeah, it's a little.
I already ate my
You can
raspberry
supplement it a little bit with
Yeah.
maybe some nuts and berries that you have on hand, dried fruits that you have.
Okay.
Do we know, other than the kobolds, what we're preparing for here? I mean, I guess people have said it's haunted, so ghosts?
Some more undead, yes.
Okay, so be prepared, I suppose, for more undead and the kobolds? I mean...
Does your voice need other things killed, or is this investigatory?
Any
Right,
more?
or does your voice have any advice?
Let me try getting in contact with him.
Right,
give it a shot.
sure, why not?
Hello, Mr. Curse.
Yes.
Hey, so good to hear your voice.
Is it now?
Yeah, I know you like hearing mine too. Let's not play games. Now that we're in the Ebwoods, anything specific coming to mind? Anything you need me to do for you?
We're not in the Ebwoods just yet.
Fair.
Get closer to the ruins. Something about the ruins calls to me.
Okay, that's mad helpful. Great. He said get closer to the ruins.
Okay.
Okay. Does he seem to think that he's gonna have information for us then, or is that kind of just
Information
like
for all of us? I don't know. Information about his past? Probably.
Well, it could be information for us.
Orba,
Yes.
the compass
Yes.
for the lodestone.
Yes, I have that, right?
I say that is our path right now.
Right. It might be somewhat accurate.
So the way it works is when you get within 3 miles, which is about an hour of travel. So if you're within an hour of getting it works even without the lodestone being active.
Okay.
That was the way it would point to the lodestone. So once you get close to it,
But the Ebwoods is
it's pretty big. You need
7
to
miles across.
yes, you need to wander through and wait until the compass picks something up. To be able to-
maybe we don't head towards the heart of the Ebwoods, but we skew into it
Okay.
and see what we
Alrighty.
find.
So we are looking for what's called a lodestone, and it helps direct these compasses into pointing in that direction. They use it when he talks some science nonsense, but basically it's used in replace of a traditional compass because of crazy weather effects or something.
Have I encountered one of these before in my many travels?
Give me a history check.
with the ticket?
Scribe the nutsack stone.
I need a new
Oh
one.
my god, the nutsacks.
Is it history?
Mm-hmm.
16.
16, you are familiar with them. You've happened by let me bring up actually who has a Rapra map there. Yeah, so you've spent some time traveling around in this area specifically, and you've heard people mention them that long ago, they're no longer in use, but that long ago people used these lodestones as a way to navigate when the weather was particularly bad, or if it was, there was some kind of magical effect that was making it difficult to sort of perceive directions. You know that there's one in the Wakshu Barrens over there, and you know that there's one in the Ebwoods. So you've heard of these, certainly. You're aware that more exist, but this is the area that you're familiar with, so you don't know of more beyond that.
Okay.
But yes, you're aware of their existence.
Great. So we gotta go bunk it.
All right.
That's our goal.
Yeah, well,
You've got to go.
So I'm kind of rifling through my bag and I pull this out. It's quite a task, this ritual. Basically, the first thing I've got to do is go to the place, the Edwards, so already on the right track. I put my bow down, and this is where I start to really not like it. So then I say a prayer, fine, it gets worse. Then I have to leave the area and get into an altercation. Now, what he says about the altercation, trainer, that it has to be a genuine threat. He said it could be an ally if they don't pull their puncheons, but it would be better if it's if I could actually tie. That would be better, apparently.
You need to fall in battle.
Yeah, and then I need to get back up and
You need to fall?
Yep, I do. Yes. I don't like it either, but I don't know what most of this. What is I.
Those directions mean nothing to you. It sounds like nonsense. You're not aware of what this is.
Will the
No history check on that one.
Will the results be worth it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it would be brilliant. Basically, if it works, I will be able to use the animus form, and come right back out to where I started. It's brilliant. I've seen it done before. Don't know.
Seen it done.
Yeah. I am assuming I have seen it done before, or have I not? I guess not. I know that they used wild ordnance bows.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But that was before. That was when you were a wee child.
Okay.
I know it can be done. I certainly
How-
fucking hope so. This would be a
I'm
right dumb way to die. So I don't.
obviously I will get you back on your feet. Will that negate it in any way?
Yes, I think it will. So the idea is
So we let you lay there.
if everything goes to plan, the spirits are supposed to revive me.
Oh. Whoa. Okay, that's a lot of trust.
Wait, but you're saying that we could put you down?
Potentially, if you do not pull your punches. So if you're actually trying to kill me, Graven, then yes, you can put me down.
Oh, I wish I had known that. I
Well, but
actually have a spell.
the thing I worry about with this.
What?
Here's what I'm thinking. We're likely gonna get into a fight anyway when we walk into the.
We're not looking for fights.
No,
Yes,
we're
we do
never
manage to get
fucking
into
looking
trouble.
for them. So they find us, right? If it so happens that something finds us, well, I'm hoping I can trust you all enough to just, not let me die if I'm down.
Are you
Just-
going
okay.
to know this place when you arrive? Is there a specific location?
Find a place in nature with a strong spiritual affiliation, a sacred grove, a blessed garden, or I don't know. It says that's what it says here is that it's supposed to be a blessed place.
Okay. So, wait.
I'm waving the no desperately
I mean, you're certainly the directions mean nothing to you, but you certainly are aware that within Ebwoods there are sacred places. I mean, it's a very sort of spiritual haunted place.
So, once you find a place that feels good and spirity, then are you gonna perform, the first half and then wait for someone to find us?
You just throw the bow down.
Well, the first half is to find a place, and then you got to put the bow down, and I say a prayer, and it's scripted, the prayer. But what I'd like to say is, please don't fucking kill me, and then I leave and try not to fucking die. I will actually try to die, and then hopefully they revive me.
This sounds a lot like we don't want to have other people involved, that you do want it to be us.
Well, that would probably be easier to control, but might be
Yes.
less successful, according to San.
Not.
I can get you back on your feet.
Well, no, the spirits are supposed to bring her back.
Right, so the
If
point...
it seems like that's not working.
Well, sure, yeah. So, yeah, why don't we just, beat you up?
I think the sweet spot would be an enemy that is formidable, but not so formidable that will really concern.
I don't know if we're gonna have a choice in that.
And choice in numbers of enemies.
That doesn't sound like
I say
A
we
surface.
keep our eyes out for something sacred to begin with.
Okay.
And,
Agreed.
Ooh, Safira, that could kill you.
and then,
That's a good place to die.
Do you want to die here?
and then, if we are set upon, we take all of them down to one, and let that one wail on.
But what I worry about is I'm supposed to, before the fight, I'm supposed to put the bow down, which is the only thing I'm.
Practice the
fucking
words
good
so that
at.
you might be able to do them quickly.
Yeah, no, you should memorize them.
Try it. What does it say? What's
Quickly.
Uniosmo, Oiano
Quickly.
mono
Faster.
feria o petago, ergo firmono.
That's pretty short for a prayer.
Uniosmo, Oiano mono feria petpo,
You do it with your eyes closed.
Keep
ergo
practicing.
firmono.
Keep practicing.
Oh, bono?
Mono.
The goal.
Safira continues to sort of mutter the words. She tries looking up, and then you can see her like looking down at the page, referencing it.
The idea being, no matter the situation, you should be able to say that within a few seconds. Get it out.
Okay, Uniosmo.
Just keep in.
Okay. Shall we?
Okay,
Yes.
yes.
To
Enter-
something sacred.
To something sacred!
And the stone.
And the stone.
And also the ruins.
And
Oh,
the
God.
room.
So much stuff.
Praxis.
Just because we don't know what we're going to be approaching, we do need to see praxis, and we sort of tested our limits yesterday on our energy and our sustainability.
By mid-afternoon, I think we are on our way north.
Yes.
At the very latest, mid-afternoon.
And also, Erland?
Oh, did you send a message? No.
Unsuccessful,
Right.
Like he didn't get it.
Fuck's sake.
as far as I can tell.
Okay. Got it. Thank you for trying. Thank you for trying.
Right, okay. Fuck's sake, hope he's alright.
Yes.
Uniosmo, Oiano.
As Safira continues, you guys saddle up. And again, you're still really kind of technically in the meadow. The trees are just starting to come upon you, and you guys start to move a little more in the direction. Were you going to ask something there?
Yeah, like at the entrance of those trees,
Mm-hmm. Let me bring
are the odds that we would be exiting around the same area out of the Ebb Woods, or is the, like, north to south pretty vast as well?
Say it again.
Is it
I want to
like a
leave
square?
some kind of a marking, like, so if Erland is, like, passing by, he's like, oh, okay. But I want to also be able to retrieve it again.
What kind of marking are you leaving?
Cliff's blue flag.
I mean, you could certainly, like, put that somewhere, but the Ebbwoods is not small. If he enters the Ebbwoods from a different direction, he might not see it.
I can get another flag.
Would you like to? This is a discussion, I imagine. Do you want to leave carvings for Erland?
Oh, that's a good idea.
I was just concerned that the kobolds
What if-
would see those.
What if we write something innocuous like Benji?
No, it would be a symbol.
Do
I
It would
guess
be like a-
kobolds
like
understand
emergency.
Elvish, typically?
I don't know.
Again, maybe something very simple,
I know
like
if-
a
Right,
flower.
No, I was going to say, like, just a simple Elvish
Would
character.
I-
Like a single...
Oh, or it could be something. What if it's a vat? What if it's that? And I sort of.
Oh, nipple?
Yeah, like a nipple. What if it's a
One of the
nipple?
primordial
nipple.
symbols.
How close was the kobold thing to any kind of?
It was the not the same at all. It was like a square and an X thing.
I mean, are there other?
That doesn't, and the square and the X thing, from my remembrance, doesn't look like a.
There are primordial symbols that
Primordial
utilize a
symbol.
square, but not a
Not
square with an
like
X
that.
through it like that. Yeah, like this does
I
not.
mean,
look
it's
like
not
primordial.
primordial, if that's what you're asking. So
Is it primordial adjacent?
no, not really.
Do a nipple.
It's a nipple. Are we going with a nipple? Is
Yeah.
that- okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna etch in a little circle with the dot in the middle.
Step back.
It's a nipple. Okay.
Every
Few
half
trees,
hour
I
or
suppose. Yeah.
few trees. That'll take forever.
That would take a lot to dismount and do that every couple of trees.
Every half an hour, maybe.
Okay. Nipples
Someone's walking through and
every
they're like,
half hour.
What the fuck?
Like, what is that?
Some weird birds in this farm.
Nipples every half hour seems good.
Okay. Sounds
Okay.
good to me.
Let's go.
A hearty diet.
You guys start to move closer and closer to the edge of the Ebbwoods. Trees coming on in slightly greater number.
Love this man. All right. I'm sorry.
And you're now You've gone basically as far as the road will allow, and now you need to like peel off from the road to go into the Ebwoods itself. You sort of walked along this path, and finally you're starting to see that if you were to continue along the road, you would continue north to the Roper Mountains. So you need to kind of shift and move in a westerly direction a little bit.
I'm sorry.
And as soon as you kind of peel off the trail, something doesn't pop out, but it does take you by surprise. There's a dwarven woman in heavy padded sort of, it's not armor, it's more like a big coat, a big padded coat. It looks thick enough to withstand the mountain air. It's kind of hefty around her shoulders, has a big sort of a fuzzy kind of collar around the top. And she looks to be erecting a shoulder-height wooden spike into a hole in the ground. There's like a hole in the ground, and she has the spike on her shoulder, and she's lifting it up, and then it falls into place in a little hole in the ground. And after stepping back, she kind of dusts her hands, feeling to make sure that the spike is steady in the ground. She reaches down by her feet, and you look down, you follow her as she's moving, and there's a bloody axe lying beside an elven corpse. And the elven corpse bears very familiar Elatrian trappings. It has the kind of leg armor that's similar to what they wear. And she plants one foot on the sort of limp torso of the Elatrian, and she reaches down and grabs the elf by the hair and wrestles free what is already a mostly detached head. And she reaches up and pulls it down onto
that's
the
what the
spike that
spike's
she just
for.
erected.
Oh, okay, yes.
And as she pulls the head down, you watch her sort of...
Oh, no, don't let...
Oh,
okay.
don't. You
Seems like she got maybe a little splinter or something, and you can see her sort of examining it.
We all thought she was like,
A hearty die.
Oh, I thought you guys meant don't lick it. He could have a disease. I thought you meant like don't lick the bloody.
So you see her sort of tending to her minor finger injury as you guys are approaching closer to her. So she's a little bit away.
I'm gonna kind of quietly under my breath. Can she see us? I'm assuming it's
She's
fairly
kind of
open.
facing away from you.
Oh, she's kind of.
So if she turned around, yes, she would definitely see.
Obviously the Elatrians are not our friends, but do we really want to engage with this?
Do dwarves live in the Ebwoods?
I have no idea what's going on. But
she's
clearly she
come
doesn't
to
like the
You guys
Elatrians.
aren't quite in the Ebwoods yet.
Oh.
So
Head on a
Sorry, I
spike,
was
that's a statement.
focusing on something that I should have done earlier. Did we recognize her clothing at all?
No. I mean, she looks sort of, being someone from the mountains, she looks like, bundled up in a way. Like she looks like maybe she lives in cold weather, yes, but doesn't, there's no familiar colors or insignias that mean anything to you on her.
Just doesn't mean anything to you, does it?
No, my question is why are the Elatrians going so far out of their comfort zone?
I was just thinking the same thing. Do we have to ask her about it, do you think?
We don't have to do anything, but
No, I'm just saying, should we ask her
No,
about
I think
it?
we should ask her about it.
Okay. We should make it clear that we're not friends of the Elatrians, obviously, because, you know, head, spike.
hardly a bluff.
No, definitely opposite of a bluff, I would say.
All of us approaching this woman who just put a head on a spike?
I would rather have it be all of us and not just one of us at a time. If we're going to approach someone with a head on a spike, then let's do it in numbers.
How about I take the lead?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah,
No,
why not?
Maybe she'd be lesser to judge me than you.
Oh, right, I
Having
don't
just
know.
put an elf head on a stick.
Sure, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, right.
half elf.
I'm gonna kind of knowingly like cast I just realized I'm gonna fall back.
Took me a moment as well. But good thinking.
And you see her, she starts to hear the horse approaching as you get a little bit closer, and she sort of turns. Sorry if it makes you a bit queasy. Fucker had the gall to ask me if I could help him do his dirty work. She like reaches down to grab like a water skin from her belt.
Oh. No, ma'am, I respect you in every possible way. In fact, I admire you. Would you mind if I just ask you what he wanted your help with?
Elatrians are looking for a halfling and an elf that sort of chafed their nethers in some way or another. But Elatrians are fucking scum. And I'll not rat out honest working folk for a few gold and a pat on the head. And she sort of looks at you for a moment. It's you, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is it then, eh? Stealing? Killing? Made a funny face they didn't like?
Mostly the funny face thing, but like a lot of them.
Probably best not to linger in the Stout Hills. Doubt I'm the only traveler that they described your likeness to.
Well, thank you. I mean, frankly, you've helped me out here today.
I didn't do it for you. Where's the elf then, eh?
Listen, I would honestly tell you if I knew, but I don't know.
Make a persuasion check.
We actually don't know.
21.
Not my business, I suppose. Go off then, wherever you're off to.
Thank you. It was inspiring to meet you today.
Sure.
Okay. We'll just.
Turn. She starts to walk back to her horse, and you notice as she's moving back that her horse has a number of what look like creature parts like tied to it. Like she seems to be a hunter of some kind. There looks like a big wing that's kind of strapped to the side of her horse. There's another there's a couple claw legs that look like talons from like a bird.
Seeing that, can I kind of
Kakimi's starting to come back. You held back a little bit so Kakimi could go ahead, but
Yeah.
you can kind of meet her at the midway point there.
Sorry, just noticed your horse. You've got some creatures. You hadn't seen any kobolds around here, had you?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
kobolds hang around here, sure.
Do you know where they maybe last were?
Mostly near the ruins, I think.
Okay, right. Thank you. That's useful.
Sure.
Walk over. The markings that they make on trees.
Oh, yes.
Able to make
where?
sense of them at all.
Next.
Doesn't mean anything to me.
Oh, right.
I don't go into the Ebwoods very often.
We were on the outskirts of the Ebwoods, and while we were asleep, a kobold crept near enough for us to hear it. One of them carved, I'll describe the symbol, into a tree near us.
Sounds like they're getting more confident.
More confident than what? Have you been around here a while? And
I've lived in the area.
oh, right.
What I mean to say is that the kobolds did not always live inside the ruins of Ebwoods. Recently they've, I suppose, started some small communities there. Maybe the communities are getting larger. They're spreading out.
Were they pushed out of somewhere else, or have they just been expanding?
No. Kobolds move around. Same as me.
You seem like quite an adept hunter. Any advice for if we encounter a kobold?
Run.
Oh,
You're not likely to find just one kobold. You're likely to find a dozen or more.
sure, but if running were not an option.
Any weaknesses?
Hit him with a big hammer.
Okay.
Right.
I think they have some natural resistance to spells. So,
Oh shit.
blunt objects.
Ah,
Okay.
right.
We can do that.
Are they individually stout, or is it more about their numbers?
Very weak individually, but very quiet.
Right.
They enjoy kidnapping.
Yes, so
That
we'd
we
heard. Yes.
You haven't seen a human man possibly come through here with a guide? Or as a guide escorting somebody?
No, like I said, I don't frequent the Ebwoods.
Right.
I'm on my way to Golrapalga.
Where is that,
I
man?
know where that
It is on the map there. Sort of
The west.
Oh,
yep,
cool.
to the west and up near the mountains, right where the river meets the mountains.
It's quite a lot of effort the Elatrians have put into finding friends.
He raises an eyebrow. If you say so.
What do they offer you?
Money.
How much money?
40 gold if I had any information, with more if I had any reliable way to track said halfling and elf down.
Right.
I'm gonna reach into my coin purse, and I'm gonna give her 20 gold.
You reach it out. Keep it.
Really? Why?
I don't work for the Elatrians,
Well, no,
and
I'm
I
not.
don't work for you.
May I ask?
Yeah, it was a gift.
Don't insult her.
Well, okay, I wasn't trying to. I was grateful.
Not insulted, just not interested.
Okay.
Just-
I would appreciate it also, incidentally, if you could please continue to not let the Elatrians know. Not that you haven't obviously done brilliant work, head on spike,
Stunning.
but please, if you could keep the brilliant work up, that would be great.
Fine.
Cheers. Thank you.
Just curious. Who struck the first blow?
I did. Waited for him to turn around and hit him with an axe.
Whoa.
Right.
There are no rules in fighting. The only rule is win.
I like that.
A history with the Elatrians, it would seem.
Safira kind of shakes her head, quite like sad, sort of like in a small gesture to Orba.
Koimi's gonna like slowly back away, eye contact, smiling.
What was your name, if you don't mind? I'm Safira. It's nice to meet you.
Gretchen.
Gresham. Nice to meet you, Gresham.
No particular history with the Elatrians, if that's what you were wondering. They've terrorized this part of the world for some time.
Does it seem like they're becoming more terrible? Expanding in any way?
No, it seems like when they get stuck on something, she sort of looks at Kiimi, they get stuck good, and it affects the rest of us.
Fuck. Right, well... Sorry.
Is it really the only reason they would go so far from their home? It's just looking for...
Maybe your friend could tell me.
Right.
Why going through so much effort to find you?
They are easily insulted. As you well know.
True.
Final question for you from me, anyways. I know you don't frequent the Ebwoods, but any knowledge on the location of the lodestone that is rumored there?
No.
Thanks.
I avoid the Ebwoods. My hunting ground is the teeming lowlands.
Seem the smarter
Yeah.
option.
She sort of, with her foot, goes over and sort of squishily kicks the Elatrian body a little bit, what's sort of left the headless body. I already pilfered what measly coin he had available. You're welcome to whatever else is left in his pockets, if there is anything.
Oh, the swords are nice.
They don't usually carry much on their person, but take what you wish.
Right. Thank you.
Safe travels?
Thank you, Gretchen. You're my hero.
She gets back on her horse.
I'll go down and take a look at the body.
Give me an investigation check.
Oh,
Kaimi,
God.
hang on. Am I really to believe that the Elatrians are chasing you that much?
Is that another one?
Yeah.
God!
Graven goes over.
It's back.
It's not enough.
I can't. I mean, yeah.
That's like 4 this episode.
So, the Elatrians are really that peeved that you vandalized the crypt, but then you righted it for them. You fixed it. You basically erased the vandalism. So they're angry. Why?
Proud people want blood.
Also, do we need to remember what was depicted in those crypts?
Yeah, but I still don't understand. People have died trying to accomplish this, right?
Maybe
We've
they're
killed-
scared that I'll expose the truth about their history.
Well, what would that do to them? I mean, is there any real risk there? I'm just wondering, why waste the effort? Anyway, if she said, which is useful information, that other people on this path have been told to give information about you, we've got to be right careful. Maybe we should disguise her in some way. What do we think?
She can use her paint so work well enough, but
What
from
about
now
your hair?
on,
Your
when
hair
we
is very
approach
distinctive.
people, we do not put Kaimi or Erland face first.
Yes.
Because the last 2 times...
Anybody
Well,
else?
that one worked out, but that was just serendipitous.
Luckily.
Yeah.
Has Erland ever mentioned if a sum of 40 gold would be a good fetch of money for somebody looking to get out of Atonement's End?
What, 40 gold? I can't imagine that that's nearly enough. No.
Wait, what?
What?
Well, doesn't he have to do stuff and like have contracts and make money
Yeah.
to get remission?
Yes, but 40 gold, I think, is a drop in the bucket. I hardly think that's a significant percentage of what you might need.
What are you implying? That the Elatrians have some knowledge
Ortiz.
of Atonement's End?
What
You
about
think that
Ortiz?
Ortiz is looking for Erland?
Well, if Elatrians are running around telling anybody who seems like a, decent hunter that they'll pay for information or for themselves.
Look, I may be exercising an abundance of trust that is misplaced, but Erland, who is, by all extents, the least trustful person I know,
So
has
you're-
decided to trust this guy. And this is also someone who he has known from his past. I'm not saying that it's impossible it's a trap. It's obviously possible that it's a trap. But if anyone's going to know how to get himself out of a trap, it's our slippery little monk. Okay. So that's all I'm trying to say.
I'm just...
I would also clarify, and I think Erland has sort of explained around this, and I don't want it to cause confusion.
Oh, okay.
You can't just pick up money and put that towards your...
Okay.
Like as Erland sort of explained when he was looking for it, he has to take like an official contract.
Got it. Okay.
To put towards it. Yeah, you can't just like do little odd jobs to
Okay.
pay back your debt.
Like, sorry, yeah, what you were trying to say is you think Ortiz might be looking for 40 gold.
Yeah.
for instance.
Right, yeah,
That's not a thing.
No.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
It would be surprising.
I mean, he couldn't just put that again. It has to be the Atonement's End has to agree to the contract. They negotiate with the monastery.
Okay.
Look, I'm hoping it's not a bloody trap, but if it is, then I'm looking forward to hearing the probably exaggerated tale of how he slid his way out.
He already is late.
Yeah, well.
You doing okay? You're good?
Yeah, while they were having this conversation, I was like refreshing my paints
Yeah,
and everything like that. Does Erland's winter clothes have a hat of any kind?
Let me...
A hood, maybe.
look.
There's a hooded cloak, yeah.
Be a bit warm.
Is it gonna be too big for me?
It's a little big on you. It kind of swaddles you a little bit. It's not like, you know,
the smallest of
you
the
can,
four.
yeah, you can wear it. It sort of, again, it would drag on the ground while you were walking,
Okay.
but it's wearable.
Okay. I'll take it.
I think it's in his saddlebag.
I think it's on, it's in your saddlebag.
Oh,
yeah.
get it. I'm gonna rifle through and find
Give it to me.
If you put the hood over, it comes down like right, just to your eye line.
I look like a spooky demon.
Oh, that's brilliant,
Just run
actually.
that
If
wood.
you can hide your eyes, too, then that's even better.
Yeah.
Going to be a
I mean, obviously, it'd be good to see, but, you know. Yeah, that's perfect. There we
You're
go.
great.
be a sweaty demon more than anything.
So,
Okay. We ready?
I think...
Keep an
there's
eye on
no...
that compass.
Neither of you have anything, since these kobolds are resistant to magic. You don't have anything that would let us know that they're coming. I mean, like, anything that might enhance the noise that they make or something.
No.
We can't cast an alarm spell and have it move with us.
No, it's not mobile.
Well, that would be
If-
brilliant if we could.
If there's an area where we
Sweet
see
spell.
That's an idea. I'm gonna invent it.
if there's an area where we see ourselves stationed for, a certain amount of time, it might be worth, but
I think if we are going to be stationed for any amount of time in the Ebwoods, we should probably
Sure.
spend the energy just in case. Because they're not going to let us. No.
yes.
You wouldn't really broadcast a kidnapping, so.
No.
Yeah. Wouldn't
What
be.
were you going to say?
I
Oh,
don't remember.
okay. You look great. How are we feeling? Ready to go? Yes?
Yes.
do it.
Everyone's hidden and.
Once we get even a few feet into the Ebwoods, it would seem that we're not going to come across many people.
No. But
Okay.
you should ask your Mr. Curse if he knows anything. I don't know if he will.
He seems to be a bit dormant until we actually get inside of the woods.
Right. No, I just mean once we're.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Each of you, one at a time, kind of ride past that spike
Oh my
with the
God.
Elatrian head on it. So
Dies.
one at a time. Your horses are like stepping over the body that's been kind of left here just off the road a little bit.
Gross.
And you guys start to move past that first layer of sparse trees, go a little bit further. Starts to get a little thicker. And the trees are getting closer and closer together, but again, the way that the branches go upward, you still have pretty good vision. It's just like little trunks here and there. It's like this very kind of open area below with a very low canopy. So if you literally reached up, you could like brush your hands against the leaves above you as you're passing underneath the trees. And you move a little further and further into the Ebwoods. You can feel just kind of the atmosphere changing a little bit without any kind of tangible evidence of exactly where you are. It just has a different sort of atmosphere to it. And you get closer and closer to this next sort of bunchier group of trees. And Kiimi starts to feel that itch at the back of her head once more now, sort of as it gets a little darker with the canopy overhead. And it doesn't come in as a voice at first. It comes in as almost like a frenetic breathing, like a nervous breathing.
Are you okay? Mr. Curse?
And that's where we're gonna end the
Oh,
episode.
I knew it. I knew it.
And with something else coming, potentially more clues as to the origin of Mr. Curse.
Curse.
He's gonna be okay.
He's gonna be
Got it.
fine.
That is
That asshole sheriff.
He's totally
Absolutely.
100%, right?
Wow, unanimous decision for the
Sheriff
asshole
Curse.
Sheriff Curse.
Sheriff cursed.
That is where we're going to pick it up
Nice.
next week.
Okay.
Well done,
Yes.
everyone. Made it through the Sunken King and
Unbelievable.
Never saw it coming.
Never want to do
woke
that
up
again.
the next day, and you guys are on the precipice of the Edwoods. Now, another, maybe the last major landmark before you guys make it to the Romper Mountains.
Oh my god.
What is
Threshold
practice
of
gonna be
revelation.
like? I cannot wait.
Yeah, I can't wait to be
practice.
practiced.
He's gonna be like, "Where the
Yeah,
fuck
first
have
of
you
all,
been?"
No,
we are on
I'm
time.
kidding. Right now,
No.
you are.
Oh,
On.
are we really?
If you make it by this
night?
evening,
Wait, are
yep,
we actually on schedule?
Yeah.
that's why you guys pushed.
Wait,
if you had
I
stopped
thought we
to
were
rest,
behind.
if you had stopped to rest before the Sunken King, that was part of it. You would have started to be behind schedule.
Oh, bitch.
That was
I
part of
didn't
it.
think we were still on time.
No, it's only about a half a
Oh.
day to the Roper Mountains.
Yes,
from
if
here.
you don't
I
linger in the
remember for
Edwoods
sure
for a
missing that.
long time.
Oh, please. We're going to...
You're gonna
We
do
will
your,
be lingering.
You're gonna do your
Raven's
Oh, we
running.
lingered.
Lodestone. Boom. Come back out.
Kimi's like, "Oh, what's that? Got it?
Got
Okay.
it. He was like, boat down.
Yep.
100%.
Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm back. Here we go."
There you go. Doop-de-doo. In and out.
Oh
It's
my
all
god.
like, it's going to be a
Uh,
30-minute sitcom episode next time.
Not yet
Everything's gonna
knowing
get
what the
resolved.
kobolds
Come on.
have said about us.
Who needs it?
Yeah.
It means I put a GPS tracker on these
Yeah,
idiots.
it means we got
Tasty
him.
morsels.
Yeah, tasty morsels. Hearty diets.
Oh my god.
God.
Thank you all so much for joining
Yay.
us. We're gonna be right back at it next week, as always, same time.
Yes.
And we'll just pick up there, and we might have a little surprise. A little someone else joining us, maybe. To be determined.
So titillating.
So an extra special episode for whatever that means.
Oh my god.
I mean, every episode.
Yeah.
Especially.
Well, now I'm.
Yeah, now you're old news.
Nobody
Yeah.
cares.
Well, the person coming might be even older news. So.
Oh.
You already know.
Spoiler.
I know, but
I don't know.
Yeah, well, I didn't say who.
That's not
Oh
that
my
big of a
God.
spoiler. Everyone chill their balls.
I'm gonna go through it.
Oh, please.
We're gonna like
Yes.
this first name a lot. White Lotus, subscribe.
Oh.
Yes,
the secret order.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry we missed this. Adventures in Zin rated us, so thank you
Hey,
very, very much. I
welcome.
believe I recognize
Hope you had a
that
good
name.
stream.
Yes, I hope you had a great stream.
Hope you
That
had a
was
good
an hour
campaign.
ago.
I don't know what you're doing.
The Goodies did 1,000 bits. Thank you so much.
Those are the
Zaalan 99 did 100 bits. GF Power did 100 bits. Jack Rabbit Power did 500 bits. The
Oh.
Goodies did 100 bits. Zaalan did 100 bits. Snapping Cobra did 500 bits. Jack Rabbit Power did 400 bits.
Oh my
Annie
goodness.
Gwen did 200 bits. The Goodies 1,000 bits again. Oh my gosh. Jack Rabbit Power gifted 5 community subs. Snapping Cobra did 100 bits. Snapping Cobra did a community sub. GF Powers did 200 bits. Snapping Cobra did another community sub gift. Seth resubscribed. Welcome back. Jack Rabbit Power did 500 bits. Snapping Cobra. If these are all for ones.
Ooh.
This is
Oh
indicative.
my god!
Yeah.
Yeah,
Snapping
keep
Cobra did
rolling
5
ones like that.
Someone's gonna go baroque.
Yeah.
Mr. Squiggles did 100 bits. Jack Rabbit Power did 500 bits. Jack Rabbit Power did another 2,000 bits.
Oh
my
my
goodness.
goodness.
Ponder resubscribed for 11 months. Bony Jabroni did 4 bits. Pokodoko gave out a community sub.
Jabroni.
Jack Rabbit Power did 100 bits. Snapping Cobra did 19 bits. And Mr. Squiggles closing it out with 100
Thank
bits.
you guys so
Mr.
much. And
Squiggle,
Pokedogo,
thank
special shout out. We enjoy your art always.
Oh, yes.
So cute.
Yeah, it's really good.
So
Oh,
sweet.
the one of Orba getting
I
with
love
the little
that
orc.
Yeah,
I mean the little
the
god-
little
god-
figurine.
So
the
cute.
little
The
god.
little orc.
figurine.
Very, very cute.
Thank you all so much. If you were just tuning in, go over and check out our Patreon and our merch shop. There's
Yeah,
a lot of fun
welcome
stuff.
everybody.
And the Discord is also a very fun community where we're sharing a lot of homebrew stuff, like community homebrew things. Please feel free to check it all out.
Yeah, if you're bidding for ones, I'm sorry if you have no money left. Graven couldn't find shit on that guy's body.
Nope, nothing. No, you know what? That guy seems dead.
Graven's like,
Seems
"Dude, is
deceased."
he alive? Oh no, he's dead.
This is a different guy that
Got
she's
it.
talking about?
All right,
Loach just
everybody.
snuck in a few bits at the end there.
Oh,
Thank you,
crazy
Loach.
Loach.
Thank you.
Crazy Locha. Oh, feel better, buddy. I hope you feel better.
Oh, is not feeling well.
Oh, stomach bug.
Oh, I'm
Just
sick.
saying.
Sicky Locha.
Sicky Loach. Oh
And the Loach.
Please feel better. Your guys' support means everything to us, and we'll be back next week to bring more story to you. We can't wait to see you there. Have a wonderful week. Good night, everybody.
We're still alive.
I know. What the